Chapter 953. Furthermore, he must have no other friends to rely on, which was why he was in such a state. Zhao Yuner hurriedly checked on Yuli's injuries. She had to help Yuli treat it properly. If the wound became infected or festered, there was an 80% chance that his life would be in danger. Facing another strange man, Zhao Yun really didn't want to have too much contact. If Mu Lianfeng knew about this, he would definitely be jealous. However, this was a human life after all. Zhao Yuner had no choice but to save it. It was late at night, so she could not call anyone over. Furthermore, the fewer people who knew about Yili coming over to her place, the better. Yili was a wanted criminal. Once news of this spread, the authorities would definitely come over to arrest Yili. She would also be implicated and sent to jail. After all, she had harbored a wanted criminal. It was inevitable that she would be held accountable. Therefore, she had to do it herself and help Yili clean his wounds. Fortunately, Mu Lianfeng had left behind some good medicine for Yili, otherwise, she would not be able to get herbs for Yili in the middle of the night. Zhao Yuner first went to the kitchen to boil some hot water so that she could clean the original bloodstains on Yuli's body. After a while, Zhao Yuner came back into the house from the kitchen. Facing Yili, who was lying on the floor, Zhao Yuner could not let Yili sleep on the same bed as her and Daodu. Therefore, she had to make a mattress on the floor. Zhao Yuner had bought a few quilts. The old quilts in her house could be spread on the floor, so she did not have to worry about getting dirty. After making the mattress on the floor, Zhao Yuner moved Yili to the mattress on the floor. She began to take off Yili's coat and wet it with water. After carefully wiping it, she applied the medicine on Yili's wounds. Mom! Daodu was awakened by Zhao Yuner's movements. He rubbed his sleepy eyes and got up. He glanced at Yili, who was lying on the floor, and said softly, "Mom, is Dad back?" Zhao Yuner shook her head. "No, it's not your dad." Daodu saw Yili on the floor clearly. He sounded excited. "Oh, Mom, it's Uncle." "Beautiful uncle?" Zhao Yun asked doubtfully. Daodu nods and says, "That's right, Mother, it's Uncle Beauty." "Mom, Uncle came to our house before. Daodu has seen him before." Zhao Yuner remembered that Daodu had mentioned it before. Zhao Yuner guessed that it might be Yili at that time. Now it seemed that it was true. "Mom, what's wrong with Uncle?" Daodu asked with concern. "He's injured." "Daodu, don't tell anyone that Uncle came to our house." Zhao Yuner reminded. Daodu nodded. "Mom, Daodu knows." "Daodu won't tell anyone." "Good boy, Daodu." Zhao Yuner dressed Yili's wound and covered Yili with a blanket. Then she went back to bed to rest. That was all she could do. Whether this man could come back to life or not, that would depend on his own luck. The next morning, when Zhao Yuner woke up, Yili didn't move. However, Zhao Yuner didn't have time to take care of him. Instead, she went to Yang City to continue selling breakfast. On the way to Yang City, Zhao Yuner told Mulan about Yili. Mulan was shocked speechless. After a while, she said to Zhao Yuner, "Yuner, if that's the case, you have to be careful. Don't let anyone know that Mr. Yi is with you." Chapter 954. Zhao Yuner nodded. "I know. Sigh, if you find out, Yuner, you and young Master Yi will be in danger. Young Master Shitzi will be able to help you, right? But I don't think young Master Shitzi will be able to help a wanted criminal like young Master Yi." Zhao Yuner understood the reason behind this. She would be careful not to expose Yili's whereabouts. She only hoped that Yili could recover from his injuries as soon as possible so that he could leave Yang City and go to a safe place as soon as possible. After all, it was too dangerous to stay in her house. If the government sent people there, they would be able to find him after a search. More importantly, it was not good for Yili, a strange man, to stay in her house. Zhao Yuner could imagine Mu Lianfeng's jealous face even now. "Yuner, you have to take good care of young Master Yi these few days. If there's anything I can help with, just let me know. Zhao Yun'er nodded. Okay, sister-in-law Mulan. The soldiers were still patrolling everywhere. Zhao Yun'er felt guilty when she saw the soldiers coming and going. After setting up the stall, she hurried back. When she returned, Yili could no longer feel anything. His face was pale as he lay on the ground. However, his breathing seemed to have stabilized. Mu Lianfeng's medicine must have worked. In the afternoon, Mulan went to Zhao Yun'er's house and the two of them prepared breakfast together. Seeing Mulan sighing and looking troubled, Zhao Yun'er couldn't help but ask, "Sister-in-law Mulan, did something happen? What's wrong with you?" Mulan sighed even louder after Zhao Yun'er asked. Sigh, it was because of what her sister-in-law said after she went back today. After she went back, she prepared to cook. Mu Hin was busy in the kitchen, while she was washing the vegetables outside. She saw her sister-in-law making the vegetables proudly and mocked her. "Second sister-in-law, I told you that you brought back an ingrate, but you didn't believe me. Look at your good sister, all the men in our family Zhu were seduced by her. Third brother seemed to have been bewitched by her, and Danyo was even more infatuated with her. Ha, now this little vixen is going to seduce second brother again. Second sister-in-law, you have to take good care of second brother. Don't let second brother's soul disappear." When Mulan heard this, she frowned deeply and questioned Madame Qi, "Sister-in-law, what do you mean?" Madame Qi smiled and said, "What do you mean? Was this what it meant on the surface? I say, second sister-in-law, don't tell me you don't know about the matter between your sister and second brother? Heavens, look at such a big thing, and you're still trying to encourage me. TSK TSK TSK. Madame Qi's words. Mulan had no idea what Madame Qi was talking about. What on earth was she talking about? Sister-in-law, if you have something to say, just say it clearly. Who knows what you're talking about? Madame Qi chuckled and said, "All right, since you're in the same boat, second sister-in-law, I'll tell you." Madame Qi then told her the rumors that had just spread in the village. Chapter 955. Mrs. Qi's words sounded like she was encouraging her. She thought that if she sent Mu Xian away, then Zhu Dainyu wouldn't have any thoughts about her. Naturally, he would live a good life with her and treat her better. During this period of time, Zhu Dainyu's attitude towards Mu Xian could be said to be very bad because he was infatuated with her. He always despised her for this and that. Therefore, Mrs. Qi regarded Mu Hin as a thorn in her flesh. She couldn't wait to kick Mu Hin out of the family Zhu's yard. After hearing Mrs. Qi's words, Mulan couldn't help but feel a little emotional. She didn't believe that her younger sister would do such a thing, but sometimes rumors weren't made out of nothing. As the saying goes, flies don't bite a seamless egg. Facing Mrs. Qi, Mulan said calmly, "Mrs. Qi, stop it. I don't believe that my younger sister is that kind of person." Mrs. Qi bit her lower lip and said to Mrs. Qi, "Haha, Mrs. Qi, I'm reminding you out of kindness, but you don't believe me. Do you want to wait until your younger brother is seduced by your younger sister before you believe me? Well, Mrs. Qi, you're too generous. I guess your husband is seduced by another woman and you don't care about him at all. In fact, if you don't believe me, you can ask around in the village. Many people have seen it." After saying that, Mrs. Qi turned around. Before she left, she said to Mulan again, "Mrs. Qi, believe it or not, as long as you don't regret it in the future." Mulan still listened to Mrs. Qi's words, but it might be true. Otherwise, Mrs. Qi wouldn't have said that. But would Mu Hin really seduce Zhu Eru? Why did she seduce him? Mulan couldn't think of a reason. She washed the vegetables uneasily and went back to the kitchen. Looking at Mu Hin's back, she wanted to ask, but didn't say it aloud. In the end, she swallowed it back. If this was not the case and he asked Mu Hin about it, how sad would Mu Hin be? He probably couldn't even stay here any longer. After Mulan told Zhao Yun'er about this matter, Zhao Yun'er chuckled and said, "Sister-in-law Mulan, do you believe me? Do you know her character? Mulan nodded heavily and said, "Of course. I watched Xin grow up. She's pure and kind. I don't think she would do such a thing." Zhao Yuner continued to ask, "Then, Sister Mulan, do you trust Brother Eru?" Mulan nodded in agreement. "I do. Eru is an honest and reliable man." Zhao Yuner smiled and said, "Then it's fine. Rumors are just rumors. They may not be true. Since you believe the two of them, then it can't be true. Sister Mulan, think about me. Don't the people in the village talk about me a lot? Which one is true?" Mulan thought about it and agreed. The rumors about Zhao Yuner in the village were even worse. However, the truth was not what the rumors said. Mulan felt much better after being comforted by Zhao Yuner. Nothing major happened in the next 2 days. Yili finally woke up after sleeping for 3 days. Fortunately, when he woke up, Zhao Yuner was at home. Zhao Yuner hurried forward to ask about the situation. "Thank you for saving me." This was the first thing Yili said when he opened his mouth. "You don't have to be so polite with me now. How's your injury?" Chapter 956. Zhao Yuner rolled her eyes at Yili. Does he care about his own life? It's none of your business that you tried to assassinate the Prime Minister. Do you know that you're wanted by the government now? You're in a very dangerous situation. Yili looked serious for a second. Will I get you into trouble if I stay here? Why don't I leave now? Since he was wanted by the government, he would definitely get Zhao Yuner into trouble if he was caught. Yili couldn't let Zhao Yuner be in danger because of him. Therefore, if he left Zhao Yuner now, he could protect Zhao Yuner. Seeing Yili trying to stand up, Zhao Yuner pressed Yili back. "Now you're wondering whether you'll get me into trouble. How did you know that I would come here that night?" Hearing Zhao Yuner's question, Yili lowered his head with sadness in his eyes. I didn't know where I could go. I only thought of you at that time, so I brought you here. Yuner. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get you into trouble." Looking at Yili's appearance, Zhao Yuner felt a little distressed and hurriedly said, Okay. I don't think you mean to get me into trouble. Luckily, you're here now. If you went to other places, I'm afraid you'd be dead." Yili lowered his head. "Yuner, thank you so much, you've slept for so many days. Are you hungry?" Speaking of that, Yili found that his stomach was indeed empty. Therefore, he nodded with embarrassment. I'm a little hungry. Then I'll cook some lean meat porridge for you." "Sure." Watching Zhao Yuner leave, Yili couldn't take his eyes off her for a long time. How lucky was he to be able to hold on until he reached Zhao Yuner's age. Otherwise, he was afraid that he would really lose his life, right? Yili felt a deep sense of defeat. Other than his martial arts, he seemed to know nothing else. In order to save money to support himself, he could only live on the edge of a knife. If he couldn't even guarantee his own life, what could he give to the woman he liked? Therefore, even if Mu Yanfeng did not exist, he still did not dare to stand up and tell this woman that he would take care of her in the future. Zhao Yuner quickly cooked the porridge and brought it to Yili. "Come and eat. You haven't eaten anything for the past few days, so you can only eat some bland food. I'll cook something delicious for you in a day or two." Yili nodded and took the porridge from Zhao Yuner's hands. Although it was just a bowl of lean meat porridge, when he ate it, his mouth was full of fragrance and the taste was very delicious. "It's delicious," Yili praised as he ate. Zhao Yuner smiled proudly. "Of course it's delicious. How can the food I cook be bad?" "Yes, it's delicious." Soon, Yili finished a bowl of porridge. Zhao Yuner did not dare to let Yili eat too much, so she only gave Yili another bowl of porridge. After eating, Yili looked satisfied and smiled at Zhao Yuner. "Thank you." He was really hungry these past few days. After escaping back to Yang City, he could not show up because he was hunted down. Therefore, he could only starve these past few days and did not eat anything. As a result, he was so hungry that he almost collapsed, and his body was very weak. Chapter 957. Yili gave Zhao Yuner a meaningful glance. He had saved her life, so no matter what, if Zhao Yuner needed his help in the future, he would do his best. I'm going to wash the dishes. Zhao Yuner felt awkward being alone with Yili in the same room, so she stood up and was about to leave. Wait a minute. Yili called Zhao Yuner. Zhao Yuner stopped and turned around. She asked curiously, "What's wrong?" I have something for you." Zhao Yuner was struck dumb for a second, then asked curiously, "What do you have for me?" Yili fumbled in her sleeve and then took out a shiny gold bracelet. "This is for you." Yili gave it to her. Zhao Yuner was struck dumb for a second when she saw the gold bracelet. For me?" Yili nodded heavily. "Yes, for you. It's too expensive. Such a big gold bracelet must be worth a lot of money." Zhao Yuner was too embarrassed to accept it. "Take it," Yili said and put it into Zhao Yuner's hands. Zhao Yuner hesitated for a second. She couldn't accept it, but she couldn't reject it either. Zhao Yuner couldn't accept other free gifts, especially expensive ones, for no reason. However, Yili looked very serious. If she didn't accept it, he would be sad. "Yili, you can give me a small gift, but you should keep this gold bracelet. If you need money in the future, you can sell it." Yili's eyes dimmed. Did Zhao Yuner think that he was too poor? Seeing that Yili was silent, Zhao Yuner hurriedly said, "I don't mean anything else. I just think that this gold bracelet is too expensive." Yili smiled. "Yuner, it's not expensive at all. Compared to the fact that you saved my life, this is nothing, isn't it?" "Well, Yuner, I haven't given you anything before. You should accept it." Zhao Yuner didn't know what to say, so she nodded and accepted it. "Yili, thank you for your gift." "You're welcome." Wear it on your hand." Zhao Yuner nodded and put the bracelet on her wrist. The dazzling gold bracelet was indeed very attractive. Zhao Yuner looked at the bracelet. The workmanship of the bracelet was very exquisite. It was also decorated with gems. The craftsmanship was even better than the ones from the 21st century. Zhao Yuner couldn't help but admire the craftsmanship of the ancient craftsmen. The more she looked at it, the more she liked it. "Have a good rest. Don't go anywhere for the next few days. Don't let anyone see you." Zhao Yuner reminded her and then left the house. Her house was so big, but it was still too small. Now, Yili was added to the house. Zhao Yuner estimated that Mu Lianfeng would be back soon. She didn't know how Mu Lianfeng would feel when he saw such a scene. Would he blame her for bringing a man home? With Mu Lianfeng's jealousy, he would definitely think too much. Zhao Yuner had a headache thinking about this. She had to think of a way to keep Mu Lianfeng. In the afternoon, Zhao Yuner went to the third branch. She wanted to get a set of Zhao Wenhua's old clothes for Yili to change into. Yili's clothes were tattered and stained with a lot of blood. Zhao Yuner didn't like Yili's clothes before, so she didn't change them for him. This time, she woke up, so she let him change himself. Chapter 958. This woman was Jin Suizhuan, the widow whom Zhao Wensheng liked. When Zhao Yuner came to old Zhao's house, Zhao Wensheng and Jin Suizhuan had just come back. Jin Suizhuan followed Zhao Wensheng nervously. She looked nervous and scared. Zhao Yuner was curious. Her fifth uncle was so fast that he brought the woman back so soon. Zhao Yuner moved closer with curiosity. She wanted to know what they were talking about. She didn't know what had happened until she entered the yard and listened to their conversation. This time, Zhao Wensheng plucked up his courage to introduce Jin Suizhuan to Zhao Baoshan and Liang Jinxiao. Zhao Wensheng didn't hide Jin Suizhuan's identity, because he knew it was impossible to hide it. It was better to tell them the truth, in case there would be any disputes in the future. After old Zhao's family learned about the situation, they were shocked by this matter. Zhao Baoshan pulled a long face. Although he didn't say a word, Zhao Baoshan's reaction showed that he was angry. Hua Chuanhua's reaction was much stronger than Zhao Baoshan's. She directly scolded Zhao Wensheng. You! Lao Wu, it's fine that I don't care about your marriage, but you can't bring such a woman back home. Old Zhao's family doesn't need to find a girl from a noble family. You're a scholar. It's not a problem for you to look like an innocent girl. How could you bring such a woman back home? Her husband died because of her bad luck, and she has 2 burdens behind her. You're not marrying a wife. You're marrying a disaster. After saying that, Hua Chunhua glared at Jin Suizhuan. You little bitch. Why don't you take a look at yourself in the mirror? What kind of person do you think you are? Do you think you deserve Wensheng? You're so shameless and overestimating yourself. Let me tell you, old Zhao's family won't marry such a shameless woman like you. After being scolded by Hua Chunhua, Jin Suizhuan only felt aggrieved. She knew that she would be scolded for coming to old Zhao's house today, but she didn't expect to be scolded so harshly. Hua Chunhua looked at her as if she wanted to eat her up, and the words that came out of her mouth were very unpleasant. Even those weirdos from her in-laws' side didn't curse so harshly. Zhao Wensheng glanced at Jin Suizhuan with heartache. He shielded Jin Suizhuan behind him and acted as if he was doting on his wife. She then turned to Hua Chunhua with an equally serious expression. Mother, how can you be like this? These words were too harsh to listen to. There was no such thing as being worthy or unworthy. I'm not young anymore. Don't tell me you want me, a girl who's 10 years younger than you. I feel that if I don't scold him, I still want to be with Suizhuan. After Zhao Wensheng finished speaking, Hua Chunhua was so angry that she almost vomited blood. She usually treated her youngest son so well, but now he was going against her because of a widow. Did he still have her in his heart? Chapter 959. Feng Zhangxia also hurriedly responded, Yes, 5th brother. Mother and your second sister-in-law are right. You have to think about the reputation of old Zhao's family, right? If our Zhao family's reputation is ruined, it won't just be your problem alone. Everyone in the Zhao family will be implicated and suffer together with you. Your nephews need to get married, and your nieces need to get married. If our family's reputation is ruined, I'm afraid it'll be difficult for them to find a good family. Hearing Feng Zhangxia's words, Zhao Wensheng remained silent for a while. He knew that he couldn't ruin the reputation of old Zhao's family because of his behavior alone. He couldn't let the other members of the old Zhao family be affected. He couldn't give up being together with Jin Suizhuan because of that. Zhao Wensheng was mentally prepared that his whole family would oppose him when he came back with Jin Suizhuan this time. No matter what they said, he couldn't give up his determination. Father, mother, sister-in-law. I know, but I still want to be with Suizhuan. Feng Zhangxia sighed and said, I say, second brother, why are you guys so stubborn? There are so many girls in the world. Why do you have to marry a widow who has a dead man and a child? Aren't you deliberately trying to anger mother and father to death? The 2 brothers, Zhao Wenshi and Zhao Wenshui, chimed in from behind, 5th brother, don't be so stubborn. Marrying a wife, you can't make our whole family unhappy, right? You should listen to your parents when you get married. It's said that parents are the matchmaker. Even illiterate people in the countryside know that. You're a scholar, so you should know better, right? Hua Chunhua took a few deep breaths and snorted. If I don't agree, can he marry this woman? I'd like to see how he can get married if his father and I don't hold a wedding for him. Zhao Wensheng's body trembled, and he frowned. Mother, you can't force me like this. I forced you. Old 5th, ask yourself honestly, were you the one who forced me and your father? We're already so old, and we can't withstand your anger. If we can't catch our breath, we might just kick our legs and die. Mom, Zhao Wensheng frowned. Mother, I only want Suizhuan. If I don't marry her, I won't marry another woman. I'll be single for the rest of my life. Hu Chunhua glared at Zhao Wensheng and said, what do you mean it has to be him? I say, Wensheng, you haven't interacted with other girls, but if you do, you'll find that there are better ones. Tell me, what are you doing when you can't think things through? Zhao Wensheng pressed his lips together. Mother. Suizhuan is pregnant with my child, so I have to marry her. I am a man, Cui Wan is pregnant with my child, I have to take responsibility. When Hu Chunhua heard this, she immediately staggered and almost fell to the ground. You. What did you say? Hu Chunhua's lips trembled as she asked. Mother, I said Suizhuan is pregnant with my child, so I have to marry her. Zhao Wensheng stood where he was, and repeated it with a serious face. Old Zhao's family members were all shocked, and they couldn't believe their eyes. Zhao Wensheng, who usually looked so honest, could actually do such a thing. Did they hear it wrong? Chapter 960. No way. Brother Wu, why did you make her pregnant? Exactly, Brother Wu, they're not even married yet. How could you do such a stupid thing? If other people in the village know about it, they'll criticize you to death. It's not something a scholar would do. Brother Wu, I think your parents will be mad at you. Fifth brother, it's not that I want to scold you, but this kind of thing shouldn't be done. Our Zhao family supports you to study so that you can pass the imperial examinations in the future. Our entire Zhao family can enjoy a good life. If you do this, will you still have the mood to pass the imperial examinations in the future? The Zhao family's people were chattering non-stop, criticizing Zhao Wensheng's actions. Zhao Yun looked at Zhao Wensheng, who was surrounded and scolded, and felt a little pity. She never expected that Zhao Wensheng would really listen to her and make Jin Suizhuan pregnant. If it weren't for the fact that so many people in old Zhao's family were watching, Zhao Yun really wanted to rush to Zhao Wensheng's side and compliment him. That was King awesome. That was awesome. His fifth uncle was considered to have a backbone and had his own opinions. Liang Jinxiao stood aside. After hearing about Zhao Wensheng's situation, he whispered in Zhao Yun's ear, your fifth uncle is so stupid this time. How could he do such a thing? It's not good if other people know about it. Zhao Yun said carelessly, Mother, I don't think Uncle Wu did anything wrong. Who doesn't want to be with the woman he likes? Uncle Wu should ask for his opinion on who he likes. After all, he's going to spend the rest of his life with that person. Grandpa and Grandma don't agree with this marriage, so Uncle Wu has no choice but to do this. Liang Jinxiao sighed slightly after hearing that. It was normal that old Zhao's family didn't like Jin Suizhuan's family. Not to mention Zhao Wensheng, who had good conditions, would dislike her. Even an ordinary family, or a family that was poor to the point where it was difficult to find a wife, might not necessarily be willing to marry Jin Suizhuan. After all, Jin Suizhuan was no longer a virgin. Moreover, if he married Jin Suizhuan, she would be a burden. Jin Suizhuan would have a child behind her. In this day and age, who would help raise another person's child? In fact, Zhao Baoshan and Hu Chunhua couldn't be blamed. Most people in the countryside couldn't accept such a girl. Hu Chunhua was so angry that she started crying. My mother, who did I offend? Old Zhao's family is so miserable. You raised a heartless son who specializes in tricking people. As she cried, Hu Chunhua took the opportunity to sit on the ground. With her legs wide open, she cried very miserably. Mother. Looking at Liang Jinxiao, who was on the ground, Zhao Wensheng frowned and had mixed feelings. His mother cried and screamed, which made him feel like a sinner. Zhao Wensheng sighed and decided to persuade Hu Chunhua to get up first. Mother, please get up first. We can't solve the problem if you stay like this. Hu Chunhua didn't listen to Zhao Wensheng's words. She shouted at Zhao Wensheng, You heartless son. Don't pretend to care about me. If you really cared about me, would you kill me like this? What kind of sin have I committed? Zhao Wensheng only felt helpless. Chapter 961. Liang Jinxiao angrily glared at Zhao Wensheng and scolded, Wensheng, if you marry this shameless vixen today, you won't have a mother like me. You better make your choice. Zhao Wensheng sighed helplessly. Mother, why do you have to do this? Why do you have to force me to make a choice? You know you're my mother. How can I not choose you? However, Cuizhuan is pregnant with my child. I can't leave her alone. Mother, please, for the sake of Cuizhuan's child, please agree to let me be with Cuizhuan. Zhao Wensheng didn't say anything, but Hu Chunhua was even angrier now. Hu Chunhua quickly got up from the ground and ran to Jin Cuizhuan. She wanted to slap Jin Cuizhuan's face several times. Mother, what are you doing? Why did you slap her? Zhao Wensheng asked with a serious face. Why did I slap her? Hu Chunhua snorted and continued to scold Jin Cuizhuan. Of course I'm going to teach this shameless bitch a lesson. She doesn't even know who she is. How can she be pregnant with Wensheng's child? Let me tell you, even if the child in your belly is Wensheng's, a woman like you will never be able to marry into old Zhao's family. After Hu Chunhua finished, Jin Cuizhuan's face was also very ugly. After enduring the humiliation, Jin Cuizhuan lowered her head and whispered to Zhao Wensheng, why don't I leave now? Zhao Wensheng pulled Jin Cuizhuan. Leave? Where are you going? Cuizhuan, you have to get married today. Hu Chunhua said angrily to Zhao Wensheng, Lao Wu, did you get kicked in the head by a donkey? Why did you marry such a troublemaker? You have to be responsible with her. After she gives birth to the child, she can give the child to old Zhao's family. Mother, what are you talking about? It's unfair to Cuizhuan. Zhao Wensheng questioned angrily. What do you mean by fair or unfair? Lao Wu, just follow mother's method. Zhao Yun couldn't listen to it anymore. This wasn't the way to bully people. Hu Chunhua was such a weirdo. Why would she give birth to a child for old Zhao for no reason? Just when Jin Cuizhuan couldn't take it anymore and was about to retreat, Zhao Yun'er walked over and said to Hu Chunhua, Grandma, what you're doing is wrong. Aren't you going too far? Fifth uncle has made her pregnant. If they come back and make a fuss, not only will our old Zhao family's reputation be affected, but when the time comes, people from her family might even come over and extort money from us. After all, it's fifth uncle's fault. He hasn't married her yet, but he has already made her pregnant. Hearing Zhao Yun'er's words, Hu Chunhua's face darkened. She scolded Zhao Yun'er angrily, Zhao Yun'er, you little bitch. This has something to do with you. How can you interfere in this? And who are you trying to scare? Chapter 962. After Zhao Yun'er finished speaking, Hu Chunhua was about to scold Zhao Yun'er again, but Zhao Baoshan overheard Zhao Yun'er's words. Although they were all from the countryside, they had to be responsible. If they got a woman pregnant, they would basically marry her. Otherwise, they would definitely be scolded. If this time, as Zhao Yun'er said, if they didn't marry her, her family would come to make a scene. It would be much more serious than marrying Jin Cuizhuan. After comparing in this way, Zhao Baoshan had his own judgment in his heart. Therefore, he said to Hu Chunhua, Old woman, Yun'er is right. We have to deal with this matter properly. Hu Chunhua replied angrily, how can we deal with it properly? Aren't there only 2 days left? One is that Wensheng marries this slut, the other is that he doesn't marry her. Don't tell me you can spare a third one, old man. Zhao Baoshan was silent for a while, then said, how about this? Zhao Baoshan's sight fell on Jin Cuizhuan's face, and he talked to her in a negotiating tone. If you don't marry into our old Zhao's family, after you give birth to the child, our old Zhao's family will take care of it. At that time, we'll give you 5 taels of silver as compensation. Since Zhao Baoshan proposed this, Zhao Yun'er knew that he actually had a little conscience, although this condition would make people feel uncomfortable. Once Hu Chunhua heard that Zhao Baoshan actually wanted to give her 5 taels of silver, she couldn't bear it. Old man, what's wrong with you? 5 taels of silver isn't a small amount. It's enough for our family to spend for a long time. We don't have much money at home. How can you be so generous to give so much money to the shameless slut? Hu Chunhua's sharp mouth kept nagging. Zhao Baoshan couldn't help glaring at Hu Chunhua. Shut up, you old woman. You don't want her to marry into our family, but you're willing to compensate her. Tell me, what do you want to do? Hu Chunhua pouted. She didn't agree with Zhao Baoshan's behavior, but unfortunately, she didn't dare to refute Zhao Baoshan. Hearing that, Jin Suizhuan looked at Zhao Baoshan and Zhao Wensheng. At last, she took a deep breath and said to Zhao Wensheng, I don't want money. I just want to be with Wensheng. Jin Suizhuan's rejection was very obvious. Zhao Wensheng couldn't help smiling when he heard that. He held Jin Suizhuan's hand tightly. No, I don't agree with this shameless slut marrying into our family. Old Zhao's family can't afford to lose face. Besides, our old Zhao's family doesn't have the spare money to raise a few children. If it's our old Zhao's children, it's fine, but none of them have the surname Zhao. Zhao Wensheng plucked up his courage and said to Hu Chunhua, Mom, if I married Suizhuan, I can raise her children with her. We don't need a cent from our old Zhao's family. Hu Chunhua snorted. Lao Wu, what do you mean? Shouldn't the money you get be given to our old Zhao's family? Why do you have spare money to raise other people's children? Mom, since you said so, let's split up. As long as I'm with Suizhuan, I don't need anything at home. I can directly live with Suizhuan. Zhao Wensheng plucked up his courage and said. He knew that under normal circumstances, it was impossible to split up. Chapter 963. Since that was the case, old Zhao's family would have nothing to do with the separation of the family assets. Hu Chunhua pointed at Zhao Wensheng angrily. Lao Wu, our old Zhao's family suffered a lot when we were studying with you. Now you want to separate because of a woman. Do you want your mother to die of anger? Zhao Wensheng lowered his head. Mom. I have no choice. Old Zhao's first branch and second branch heard Zhao Wensheng's words and started to think about it. If what Zhao Wensheng said was true, it would undoubtedly be beneficial for the other branches if they separated from the family assets. With Zhao Wensheng's share, the other branches would be able to get more when old Zhao's family separated from the family assets. Especially the first branch, they were worried that they wouldn't have a new house when Zhao Tianhu got married. After all, old Zhao's family only had so many houses, and a newlywed couple couldn't possibly live in the same house with them. If Zhao Wensheng moved away, Zhao Wensheng's house could be used as a new house for Zhao Tianhu. In addition, although Zhao Wensheng was a scholar and would be of great help to old Zhao's family if he passed the imperial examinations, they couldn't count on him. Zhao Wensheng was getting older. If he had the potential to pass the imperial examinations, he would have done so long ago. Zhao Tianlong was enough. Judging from the situation this year, he could pass the imperial examinations. Therefore, the first branch should support Zhao Wensheng's separation instead of continuing to stand on Hu Chunhua's side. Before Hu Chunhua could continue, Feng Zhengxia said to Yang Jinxiao, Mom, there's nothing wrong with what fifth brother is doing. After all, he is marrying a woman. If fifth brother wants to separate from the family assets, old Zhao's family doesn't need to raise an outsider's child. Li Chuiying also said, That's right, Mom. I think we should follow fifth brother's suggestion. Our old Zhao family can't suffer a loss for nothing if fifth brother marries her. Mother, forget it, forget it. You also know fifth brother's temper. You can't stop him from doing anything. Instead of making yourself angry, it's better to follow fifth brother's heart. If fifth brother is like this, he won't cause trouble for our family. Zhao Yuner listened from the side and sighed in her heart. These people in old Zhao's family were all shrewd people. Once there were benefits, they would speak up for Zhao Wensheng. If there were no benefits to be gained from this, they would probably be following Liang Jinxiao's lead and making fun of him. Zhao Yun felt that there was nothing wrong with Zhao Wensheng's approach. This was considered a better solution. In fact, he often didn't stay at old Zhao's house, so it didn't matter if he had his own room or not. As for the fields, Zhao Wensheng didn't know how to manage them himself, so he would definitely hand them over to someone else. He taught himself and had a stable income. In addition to the 20 taels of silver that he had previously earned, he had a stable income. His life certainly wouldn't be too poor. However, if Zhao Wensheng gave up these things, he could separate from old Zhao's family, and there would be a lot less troubles in the future. Zhao Baoshan sighed deeply. Lao Wu, you said it yourself. It's fine as long as you don't regret it in the future. But if we separate from the family assets, old Zhao's family won't help you with this wedding. Zhao Wensheng looked at Jin Suizhuan and asked for her opinion. As long as she was a woman, she would definitely look forward to a wedding. Zhao Wensheng didn't want Jin Suizhuan to suffer too much. Chapter 964. When Zhao Wensheng heard this, he was very touched. Suizhuan, believe me. I will definitely treat you well in the future. Zhao Wensheng promised Jin Suizhuan. Jin Suizhuan nodded her head heavily and responded. After Zhao Wensheng promised Jin Suizhuan, he said to Zhao Baoshan, Father, you can do whatever you want. I just want to be with Suizhuan. Zhao Baoshan was very helpless. Since that was the case, he could only do this. Too many things had happened recently, and Zhao Baoshan was beginning to feel annoyed. So he sat on the stool and began to smoke the tobacco in his hand. As the smoke drifted in the air, the originally depressed mood became slightly better. Hu Chunhua wanted to say something, but she swallowed it back. Now, she did not want to say a word to Zhao Wensheng. This brat really hurt her heart. Leave tonight. If there's nothing else, don't come back in the future. I'll treat it as if I didn't raise you as a son. After Hu Chunhua finished speaking, she went into her house angrily. Zhao Wensheng sighed on the spot. He took Jin Suizhuan's hand and prepared to rush back to the town later. In fact, when they came back, they only wanted to talk about the matter. They did not plan to spend the night. Jin Suizhuan's child was still taken care of by the neighbor next door. It was okay for her to help look after the child for a while, but she could not help to look after the child forever. Seeing that Zhao Wensheng was about to leave, Zhao Yun called out to Zhao Wensheng, Fifth uncle, it's not easy for you to come back. Come into our house and rest for a while. Drink some water while you're at it. Zhao Wensheng met Zhao Yun's smiling face and nodded. Okay. With that, Zhao Wensheng pulled Jin Suizhuan along. When they reached the third house, Zhao Yun poured a glass of water for Zhao Wensheng and Jin Suizhuan. She called out to Jin Suizhuan affectionately, Fifth aunt, come and drink some water. Don't be shy. Jin Suizhuan was a little embarrassed when Zhao Yun directly called her fifth aunt. Her ears turned slightly red. She took the water from Zhao Yun and said to Zhao Yun, thank you. Zhao Yun waved her hand. Fifth aunt, you're too polite. Seeing Zhao Yun calling her fifth aunt so intimately and naturally, it seemed that Zhao Yun really recognized her as fifth aunt. Jin Suizhuan was touched. She thought about how old Zhao's family had humiliated her before and compared it with Zhao Yun's current state. They were obviously a family, so why was there such a big difference? With such a strong contrast, Liang Jinxiao liked Zhao Yun even more. After Zhao Wensheng drank the water, his complexion was still not very good. Zhao Yun asked with a smile, Fifth uncle, are you unhappy? Zhao Wensheng was struck dumb for a second, then sighed. Well, your grandpa and grandma, Zhao Yun curled the corners of her mouth and comforted him, Fifth uncle, don't think about what grandpa, grandma, and the others said. Just treat them as farts. Now you can be with the future fifth aunt, don't you think so? Zhao Wensheng still sighed. Well. Although we're together, it's too unfair for Tsuejuan if we don't even have a formality. Which girl didn't want to be married in a proper way and be married off in a grand and glorious manner? They didn't even have a wedding ceremony, so it was nothing for them to be together. They were just like lovers. They didn't have a status, so they weren't officially husband and wife. Chapter 965. Jin Suejuan could say that she didn't care, but Zhao Wenqing felt guilty in his heart. He didn't want Jin Suejuan to be wronged at all, so he had to hold a decent wedding ceremony. But now, it seemed that it was impossible. Zhao Yun laughed lightly. Uncle Wu, there's nothing to worry about. Since Grandpa and Grandma won't hold a wedding ceremony for you, we'll hold one for you. My house will be built in less than a month. After it's built, 5th uncle and 5th aunt's wedding can be held in my new house. At that time, it will be more glamorous. Zhao Wenqing's eyes lit up when he heard that. He asked Zhao Yun, can we really do that? Why not? Uncle Wu, don't worry. When the time comes, I'll help you with this matter. Great. That's great. Haha, but Uncle Wu, there's one thing that you did very quickly. How did Aunt Wu get pregnant so soon? Being teased by Zhao Yun, like that, Zhao Wenqing and Jin Suejuan both felt very shy and embarrassed. In fact, the two of them had been together for a long time, and they got along very well with each other. Therefore, after Zhao Wenqing's confession, it was easy for sparks to fly between them. As a result, Jin Suejuan's stomach naturally became pregnant. Liang Jinxiao also came over at this time. Haha, Brother Wu, congratulations. After all, your future marriage has been decided, and you'll be a father soon. I only hope that sister-in-law can be pregnant with a boy, so that your family will have descendants. Zhao Wenqing smiled at Liang Jinxiao. Thank you, sister-in-law. Don't mention it. Why don't you have dinner before you leave? I'll go and cook some good food for you. Zhao Wenqing shook his head. Thank you for your kindness, sister-in-law, but Suejuan and I have to leave after a while. We still have to rush back to the town. If we eat dinner, it will probably be dark by the time we get back to town. Suejuan's 2 children are still being taken care of by others. We have to go back early to take care of the children. After Zhao Wenqing's explanation, Liang Jinxiao did not force him to stay. Zhao Wenqing and Jin Suejuan continued to sit at the 3rd branch's place for a short while before returning. Zhao Yun'er took a set of Zhao Wenhua's clothes and left. When she returned to her room, she pushed the door open and saw Yili taking off all his clothes. Zhao Yun'er screamed in fright. She hadn't noticed and had seen everything. Then she quickly closed her eyes and said to Yili, "Why did you take off your clothes for no reason?" Yili felt a little guilty. "I'm sorry, Yun'er. I just wanted to check my injuries. I didn't expect you to come back so suddenly." Zhao Yun'er sighed. She couldn't blame him. Speaking of which, she was the one who had seen his body. She should have taken advantage of him. After all, Yili was such a handsome man. Many people probably wanted to see his body. Alright, don't say sorry. It's fine. You can change into this set of clothes first. Zhao Yun'er said and threw the clothes in her hand to him. Then she reminded Yili, "Next time when you change into this set of clothes, you must close the door tightly." This time, it was his upper body that was good-looking. In fact, there was nothing to see. But if he took off his pants and she saw the thing below, it would be really bad. Yili replied, "Okay, Yun'er, I got it." Chapter 966. Zhao Yun'er had accidentally seen Mu Lianfeng's private part before, and she was still traumatized. If Mu Lianfeng were to find out that she had looked at a man's crotch, even if it was an accident, he would definitely be extremely jealous with his character. Yili answered, "Okay, Yun'er, I got it." When Yili was about to put on his clothes, Mulan came to his house. The moment she pushed the door open, she saw Yili's naked upper body. Mulan had the same reaction as Zhao Yuner. She screamed at first, but didn't move her eyes away from Yi Li's body. Instead, she continued to stare at Yi Li's body. Yi Li felt embarrassed being stared at by Mulan, and he hurriedly put on his clothes. Mulan blinked her eyes, then realized what was going on. Zhao Yuner really admired Mulan. She was such a lustful woman. She wasn't shy at all when she stared at another man's naked body. Zhao Yuner really wanted to ask Mulan. Wasn't she afraid that Zhu Eru would be jealous if he found out? Mulan cleared her throat and said to Zhao Yuner, "Yuner, what are you doing?" Zhao Yuner hurriedly said, "Mulan, don't get me wrong. There's nothing going on between us." Mulan didn't believe her. She looked at Zhao Yuner and Yi Li from head to toe, then said, "Yuner, no matter what, you can't be so impulsive. I know that Lord Yi is a good man, but," Zhao Yuner looked at Mulan helplessly. "Can't you stop imagining things like this?" Zhao Yun found that the hole in Mulan's brain was really not ordinary. "Mulan, don't get me wrong. What are you thinking? Am I that kind of person?" Mulan shook her head. "Yuner, I believe you. You're definitely not that kind of person." Zhao Yuner was about to say, "That's enough." Mulan added, "Well, Mr. Yi is such a stunningly handsome man, so it's normal for him to be seduced by her sometimes." The corner of Zhao Yun's mouth twitched, and a few black lines appeared on her forehead. She was completely convinced by Mulan's words. There was nothing serious, but she made it sound like there was something serious. Yi Li, who was sitting on the mattress on the floor, looked even more embarrassed. Because Mulan's words made it easy for people to think that he was seducing Zhao Yuner. Although he likes Zhao Yuner, he is a gentleman in the end. He knows that Zhao Yuner already has a husband, so seducing this kind of thing is definitely not something he can do. "Mulan, come here." Zhao Yuner waved at Mulan. Zhao Yuner was confused, but she still walked to Zhao Yuner and asked, "Yuner, what's wrong?" Zhao Yuner smiled, reached out her hand, and touched Mulan's forehead. Mulan looked at Zhao Yuner in confusion. "Yuner, what's wrong? I just want to see whether you're sick or not." Mulan was struck dumb for a second, then said to Zhao Yuner aggrievedly, "Yuner, you said that on purpose, didn't you?" "Yes, what are you thinking? There's nothing between Yi Li and me. We didn't do anything, so don't think too much. Like you, I suddenly barged in and saw him taking off his clothes." Mulan nodded. Only then did she look like she understood. Chapter 967. However, it's really inconvenient for Mr. Yi to stay here. I don't have any extra rooms in my house. Why don't you stay in my house? Zhao Yuner shook her head. Forget it. It's safer for him to stay in my house. Even if you have extra rooms in your house, I don't want him to stay in my house. The more people see him, the more dangerous it will be. Mulan nodded. She felt that Zhao Yuner was right. If there were more people, Yi Li's whereabouts would be revealed. It was a very sensitive period now. The government was arresting people, and the wanted list was posted in the village. Therefore, almost everyone in the village knew about it. If it was seen by the villagers, they would definitely sell the news of Yi Li for the reward, not to mention other things. Yi Li listened to the conversation between Zhao Yuner and Mulan. He looked at Zhao Yuner apologetically. "I'm sorry for causing you trouble." Mulan realized that she shouldn't have said that to Zhao Yuner in front of her. She hurriedly waved her hand. "Mr. Yi, you misunderstood me. In fact, I didn't mean to hurt you. Don't think too much about it. You just need to recover from your injuries first." "Sure." Yi Li nodded, but he had other thoughts in his mind. Zhao Yuner made some food for Yi Li in advance for dinner. Then she went to the third branch's house to have dinner with them. In 5 days, Zhao Ping'er would be married. Zhao Yuner was a little excited at the thought of it. "Yuner, let's go and get Ping'er's custom-made wedding dress tomorrow." Liang Jinxiao said. As early as a few days ago, when Zhao Yun went to Red Jade Villa, Liang Jinxiao, under Zhao Pinger's request, specially found a clothing shop to make a set of clothes for Zhao Pinger. This set of clothes cost 1 tael of silver. After all, it was her first time getting married. Every girl would want to dress up beautifully, and Zhao Pinger was no exception. However, under normal circumstances, the villagers were all poor. How could they have the spare money to make a wedding dress? They would just wear a bright red dress when they got married. Only the daughters of landlords or those who had some extra money and wanted to marry their daughters off would consider making a set of wedding clothes. Only after Zhao Yun's incident did she know that Liang Jinxiao had spent the money for Zhao Pinger. She felt a burst of pain in her heart. With Zhao Pinger's appearance, even if the wedding dress was beautiful, it would be a waste to wear it on her. Okay, mother. Zhao Yun responded. When Zhao Ping heard this, she was exceptionally excited. Mother, then hurry back tomorrow. I want to change into it quickly and see if it looks good on me. Zhao Yun rolled her eyes. She didn't know when Zhao Ping would be able to realize it. While Zhao Ping was daydreaming, she pulled Liang Jinxiao's hand and said coquettishly, Mother, can you bring some rouge and silk flowers back for me? I also need to dress myself up. Don't waste the money. Rouge is not cheap. It won't look good on your face at all. You'd better save the money. Zhao Yun said sarcastically. Zhao Yun what do you mean? Zhao Ping stared at Zhao Yun angrily, as if a basin of cold water had been poured on her. Zhao Yun's mouth hooked up and smiled. Sister Ping, what's wrong with you? Can't you understand human language now? You bitch, what do you mean? Chapter 968. Mom, look at what Zhao Ping is saying. She's too much. Mom, please scold her. Zhao Yun grabbed Liang Jinxiao's hand, shook it, and begged. Liang Jinxiao had a headache. Everything was fine. Why did she make a fuss again? Liang Jinxiao comforted her. Yun is right. These things are expensive. Didn't I buy some for you before? Why do you want new ones when you haven't used them up? Mom. There's not much left. It'll be used up in a while. Mom, I'm about to get married. Why are you unwilling to give me such a small amount of money? Liang Jinxiao couldn't help but frown because of Zhao Ping. Alas, Ping, this girl, really. Seeing that Liang Jinxiao was about to agree with Zhao Ping, Zhao Yun, couldn't help but say, Zhao Ping, it's easy for you to say. I've spent a lot of money on you. You don't earn a penny, but you're shameless enough to ask for things. Being humiliated by Zhao Yun, Zhao Ping, blushed and almost fought with Zhao Yun, Alright, Ping, don't make a fuss. You're going to get married in a few days. Don't make a fuss, or the wound on your face will be worse. The swelling on your face hasn't gone down yet. Have a good rest these few days, and you'll look better when you get married. Hearing Liang Jinxiao's words, Zhao Ping, touched her face. She still remembered the pain she had suffered from Zhao Yun the last time. If she was taught a lesson by Zhao Yun again, wouldn't she become a pig's head? Zhao Ping endured the grievance in her heart. In order to not look too ugly when she got married, she decided to forget about it. Zhao Ping glared at Zhao Yun angrily, then sat aside. Liang Jinxiao and Zhao Yun discussed the things they still needed to buy. Zhao Ping would buy the things she needed for the wedding banquet later. After all, those vegetables, meat, and other things would go bad if they were bought too early. As for the wedding candies, peanuts, and melon seeds, they had already bought some dowry furniture, wash bowls, and other things, which had to be prepared in 2 days. Zhao Yun and Liang Jinxiao chatted for a while. Zhao Tianan came back from the land ahead of time. Mom, can you give me some candies? Zhao Tianan asked shyly. Liang Jinxiao thought that Zhao Tianan wanted to eat, so she nodded. You child, don't be shy about your own things. Mom will get them for you. Thank you, Mom. Zhao Tianan thanked her. Seeing that Zhao Tianan wanted to go out with candies in his hand, Zhao Yun was a little curious. Her brother obviously didn't want to eat them. Could it be that he wanted to give them to Ma Xiaofeng? If that was the case, Zhao Yun could only say that her brother didn't want to give up on Ma Xiaofeng. Zhao Yun was curious, so she went out to take a look. Then, she saw a familiar figure standing outside. This person wasn't Ma Xiaofeng, but Mu Hin. The moment she saw Mu Hin, Zhao Yun felt relieved. In fact, she didn't object to Zhao Tianan being with anyone, as long as it wasn't a scheming woman like Ma Xiaofeng who might mess up their family. Their family's life finally got better, and they didn't want it to be like old Zhao's family before they separated. Seeing that her brother was suddenly so close to Mu Hin, Zhao Yun was very happy. Chapter 969. In addition, Mu Hin's sister was Mu Lan, who had a good relationship with him. Compared to people like Qian Chuanxiu, she was definitely much better. Now, if Zhao Tianan and Mu Hin were together, it was estimated that Zhao Tianan would slowly fall in love with Mu Hin. With a new girl, he would naturally forget about Ma Xiaofeng. Of course, this was something that Zhao Yun was happy to see. Zhao Tianan walked in front of Mu Hin. Mu Hin's face was full of shyness. She lowered her head and was a little embarrassed to look at Zhao Tianan. If Zhao Tianan didn't force her to come, she probably wouldn't have come. This is candy. I specially brought it for you. You can eat it. Zhao Tianan took out the candy from his pocket and handed it to Mu Hin. The reason why he went home specially to give Mu Hin candy was that during his chat with Mu Hin, he found out that Mu Hin had never eaten candy before. It wasn't that Mu Hin's family didn't have candy, but Mu Hin was a girl and was very disliked in the Mu family. Therefore, even if there were candy at home, she wouldn't have a share. She couldn't eat it. Mu Hin didn't expect that Zhao Tianan would remember her casual mention. Zhao Tianan said that he had candy at home and could take some out for her to try. Mu Hin couldn't resist Zhao Tianan's enthusiasm at all, so she had to be dragged over by Zhao Tianan. However, Mu Hin's heart was still very touched because there were too few people who were so good to her since she was a child. Thank you. Mu Hin took it with some embarrassment and said to Zhao Tianan. Looking at Mu Hin's faint smile, Zhao Tianan felt that Mu Hin was very charming. Actually, Mu Hin's looks were not that stunning, but he gave people a comfortable feeling. Looking at Mu Hin's smile, Zhao Tianan felt a sweetness in his heart. You're welcome. Zhao Tianan said with a smile. In fact, after he heard about Mu Hin's experience in the Mu clan, he sympathized with him. Her previous life was even worse than the third branches in old Zhao's house. Zhao Tianan knew the feeling of being bullied by family members. Mu Hin was so pitiful, so Zhao Tianan felt that no matter what, he had to treat Mu Hin better. This girl was too pitiful and needed to be loved. Hurry up and eat. Let's see what it tastes like. Zhao Tianan urged. I don't want to eat them. Why don't we keep them? Mu Hin said in a weak voice. In fact, she wanted to keep some to take back, because her older sister had several children in her home. These candies could be given to those children. Children all liked to eat candies. As an adult, it was fine for her to eat less. Eat them. If you run out, I have more at home. I'll get more for you. Zhao Tianan said with a smile. Zhao Tianan said as if he was afraid that Mu Xian wouldn't eat it. He took a piece of candy, peeled off the candy wrapper, and put it in front of Mu Xian's mouth. He said to Mu Xian, eat it. Since the candy was already in front of her mouth, there was no reason for Mu Hin not to eat it. She looked at Zhao Tianan a little shyly, then swallowed the candy in the end. It's delicious and sweet. Mu Hin said to Zhao Tianan in a low voice with her cheeks flushed because of shyness. It was the first time that Mu Hin had eaten candy. The candy tasted really good, and it was sweet when it entered her mouth. Eat more if you like it. If you want to eat more, just tell me. I'll get more for you. Zhao Tianan said with a smile. Chapter 970. Zhao Tianan also smiled shyly. I'm not a good person either. Of course you're a good person. No one has ever been so nice to me. Then I'll treat you even better in the future. Zhao Tianan said to Mu Hin as if he was making a promise. He did have this idea in his heart. In his opinion, Mu Hin was really too pitiful. If he didn't treat this girl better, who would treat her better? Zhao Tianan and Mu Hin didn't know that their intimate scene was not only seen by Zhao Yun, but also by Ma Xiaofeng, who was not far away. Ma Xiaofeng saw that Zhao Tianan had been ignoring her these days, and she couldn't accept it in her heart. She originally planned to put Zhao Tianan aside for a few days, thinking that Zhao Tianan would miss her and couldn't wait to find her again. At that time, she could manipulate Zhao Tianan. Who knew that Zhao Tianan didn't even come to find her after not seeing her for a few days? Ma Xiaofeng felt depressed when she thought about it. Why was it so different from what she had expected? Could it be that Zhao Tianan really didn't like her anymore? Even if he had a change of heart, it shouldn't be so fast, right? It was precisely because of this thought that Ma Xiaofeng felt that she couldn't continue to stay at home and do nothing. If Zhao Tianan didn't come to find her, she would go to Zhao Tianan. Things were different now. If it were in the past, she could continue to ignore Zhao Tianan. Now, there was Mu Hin. With Mu Hin strolling in front of Zhao Tianan all day long and seducing Zhao Tianan would be easily bewitched, and it would be easy for him to be with Mu Hin in the future. Ma Xiaofeng felt that she wasn't stupid enough to let Zhao Tianan go. After all, Zhao Yun's family's conditions were there. If they missed this opportunity, there wouldn't be another one. Therefore, when she saw Zhao Tianan and Mu Hin's intimate actions, a sense of danger rose in Ma Xiaofeng's heart. Jealousy welled up in his heart. Ma Xiaofeng bit her lower lip and glared hatefully in the direction of Zhao Tianan and Mu Hin. In Ma Xiaofeng's opinion, the reason why Zhao Tianan acted like this was because Mu Hin, the shameless bitch, was shamelessly sticking to Zhao Tianan. She had to think of a solution. She couldn't let it continue like this. If this continued, it was likely that Zhao Tianan would really fall in love with Mu Hin. Ma Xiaofeng clenched his fists, took a deep breath, and called in the direction of Zhao Tianan. Tianan, hearing Ma Xiaofeng's voice, Zhao Tianan was stunned. Zhao Yun heard it and couldn't help but frown. Ma Xiaofeng. She was like a troublemaker again. It wasn't easy for her younger brother to have some feelings for Mu Hin. She couldn't let Zhao Tianan ruin it. However, Zhao Yun didn't want to get involved. She had to see how her younger brother would deal with it. Only Zhao Tianan could handle it himself. Zhao Tianan never expected that Ma Xiaofeng would come to his house. He thought that Ma Xiaofeng must have seen the intimate scene between him and Mu Hin and misunderstood something. He couldn't help but feel a little worried. Then, he thought about it. What was he worried about? Since he didn't intend to be with Ma Xiaofeng in the future, even if Ma Xiaofeng misunderstood him, it didn't matter. Chapter 971. Zhao Tianan didn't want to go over, but he heard Ma Xiaofeng calling him again. Tianan. Seeing Zhao Tianan frowning, Mu Xian wondered if there was a problem between Zhao Tianan and Ma Xiaofeng, and if this problem was related to her, so she was a bit worried. Tianan, they're calling you. You should go over now. I need to go back now. Mu Hin felt that she was an eyesore in front of Zhao Tianan and Ma Xiaofeng, so she directly left. Zhao Tianan sighed looking at Mu Hin's back, then looked at Ma Xiaofeng. In the end, Zhao Tianan still walked towards Ma Xiaofeng. He wanted to know why Ma Xiaofeng came to see him. Ma Xiaofeng was happy to see Zhao Tianan walking towards her. When Zhao Tianan was right in front of her, she called out to Zhao Tianan happily, "Tianan." Zhao Tianan frowned a little, then said to Ma Xiaofeng, "Xiaofeng, why did you come to my house?" Ma Xiaofeng sounded a little aggrieved. "Tianan, I didn't find you on your property, so I came to find you." "Why did you come to see me?" Zhao Tianan asked in a gentle tone. After all, he couldn't ignore Ma Xiaofeng all of a sudden. "Tianan, why didn't you come to see me for so long? I missed you so much." "Didn't you miss me?" Ma Xiaofeng looked at Zhao Tianan with a pitiful look. If an ordinary person saw this, they would definitely feel a trace of pity. Zhao Tianan's heart trembled when he heard Ma Xiaofeng's words. Ma Xiaofeng's words made Zhao Tianan feel indescribable. How could he not miss her? But every time he missed her, he would control himself, because it was meaningless. Instead, it made him feel miserable. Unless he could earn 50 taels of silver, he would have a chance to talk to Ma Xiaofeng again. He didn't want to waste his time. However, when Zhao Tianan didn't respond, Ma Xiaofeng thought Zhao Tianan didn't miss her. Ma Xiaofeng panicked. If Zhao Tianan didn't miss her, then he might really have a change of heart. How could that be? If Zhao Tianan didn't like her, she couldn't marry into the Zhao family. In the whole village, no, in the whole town, there was no better family than Zhao Yun. Ma Xiaofeng understood that once Zhao Yun married into the prince's mansion and became the princess consort, the Zhao family would be extraordinary in the future. "Tianan, do you like Mu Hin?" "Tianan, don't be fooled by her. She's not a good woman. You don't know what the people in the village say about her. She even seduced her own brother-in-law. This kind of woman is too disgusting. She's definitely not sincere to you." Ma Xiaofeng said to Zhao Tianan anxiously. Zhao Tianan looked at Ma Xiaofeng like he didn't know her. In his impression, Ma Xiaofeng wasn't that kind of person. How could she say that? He knew the rumors in the village, but after interacting with Mu Hin, Zhao Tianan knew that Mu Hin wasn't that kind of person. "Xiaofeng, I know what you're saying. There's nothing between me and Mu Hin, but I believe that Mu Hin isn't that kind of person. You just don't know her. Tianan, you." Chapter 972. Zhao Yun heaved a sigh of relief when she saw that her younger brother was no longer a fool. Ma Xiaofeng, that be *tch, made Zhao Yun angry when she heard what she said. She originally thought that Zhao Tianan had been persuaded by Ma Xiaofeng. Mu Hin was such a good girl. As her younger brother, she couldn't give up so easily. Fortunately, Zhao Tianan didn't listen to what Ma Xiaofeng said. Zhao Yun had a simple meal at the third branch's house for dinner. Then, she brought some dinner for Yi Li. The next day, she brought Zhao Ping's wedding dress back from Yang City. The bright red wedding dress looked very dazzling and beautiful. However, when she thought about wearing it on Zhao Ping, Zhao Yun felt that it was really a waste of beautiful clothes. As for the wash basin, boxes, and other furniture, Zhao Yun and Liang Jinxiao went to the store to buy them. These things didn't cost much, only a few hundred copper coins. "Yun, do you want to make a set of your wedding dress first?" Liang Jinxiao asked. She was more concerned about Zhao Yun's marriage. Zhao Yun didn't know when she would marry Mu Yanfeng, so there was no hurry to make the wedding dress. "No need, mother. I'm not in a hurry." Liang Jinxiao sighed slightly. "Child, if you can get married soon, you should discuss it with the heir apparent. Don't delay it." Zhao Yun nodded. "I know, mother. You don't have to worry about this. I know what to do." "That's good." When they returned to old Zhao's house, Zhao Yun's second aunt, second uncle, and Zhao Yun's other unmarried cousin, Su Lady, came together. Zhao Yun originally thought that her second aunt wouldn't come. She didn't expect that her second aunt wouldn't come until the end. This time, she didn't come alone. It was a family of 3. Zhao Yun couldn't help but wonder if they came specially to freeload. Once they arrived at old Zhao's courtyard, Liang Jinfen exclaimed, "Eldest sister, I'm here." Zhao Yun and Liang Jinxiao both walked out. "Second sister, brother-in-law, and lady, you're all here." Liang Jinxiao. Su Dashan also greeted Liang Jinxiao, "Yes, yes, eldest sister." Su Lady also walked up to Liang Jinxiao and greeted Liang Jinxiao, "Eldest aunt." Hearing Su Lady's crisp greeting, Liang Jinxiao also smiled and responded, "Lady, you've grown taller and more beautiful." After all, Liang Jinfen and Liang Jinxiao's families didn't interact much, so Liang Jinxiao didn't see this niece of his. In the past few years, the child had grown up a lot, so the changes were also great. Io, I'm so tired after walking such a long distance." "Sai, eldest sister, your house is really far away. We've walked for so long and finally arrived. My feet are probably going to be covered in blisters." Liang Jinfen grumbled. After Liang Jinfen finished speaking, Su Lady also patted her own legs, looking very tired. Liang Jinxiao hurriedly called out, "Second sister, brother-in-law, hurry up and rest in the house. Then have a glass of water." "Okay." Liang Jinfen responded faintly. Zhao Yun really couldn't stand it anymore. Her second aunt was really interesting. Did she really think of herself as a rich lady? She had only walked a short distance and was already complaining. Chapter 973. Zhao Yun's sarcasm made Liang Jinfen very unhappy. She reprimanded Zhao Yun, what do you mean by that? So what if I'm tired after walking for so long? So what if your parents aren't tired? So what if I'm tired? Eldest sister, look at your good daughter. How can she talk to her elders like that? She's so insensible." Liang Jinxiao frowned. Why did they suddenly quarrel again? She was in the middle and could only comfort them. "Second sister, don't argue with Yun, She doesn't mean anything." She really doesn't know the rules at all. "We're guests, so just treat us well." She doesn't know the rules. Fortunately, she's one of us. If it were someone else, I don't know what they'd say. They'd probably say she has no manners. As Liang Jinfen spoke, she reminded Su Lady, "You mustn't be like your cousin Yun, okay?" Su Lady answered weakly. Zhao Yun looked at Liang Jinfen as if she was looking at an idiot. It was a waste of breath to argue with an idiot. Hence, she sneered and replied, "Second aunt, it's my business that I have no manners. You don't have to worry about this." Liang Jinfen choked with anger. She didn't have much energy left, so she didn't have the strength to quarrel with Zhao Yun. It was better to go into the house to rest and catch her breath. After entering the house of the third branch, she began to nitpick. "Aya, eldest sister, why is your house so small? It's so dark." Liang Jinxiao smiled helplessly and said, "Eldest sister, hasn't my house always been like this? Aya, it's so uncomfortable to stay in this house." Liang Jinfen muttered again. She didn't know if she was deliberately nitpicking. Liang Jinfen's words made Liang Jinxiao extremely embarrassed. She didn't know what to say. "Second sister, just make do with it and rest for a while. This house is too small and run down. I can't do anything about it, can I?" Liang Jinxiao persuaded. Her new house hadn't been built yet. If it was built, it wouldn't be like this. She also wanted to move into the new house earlier, but there was a process involved. "Aya, it's true. It's your fault that your family is poor," Liang Jinfen said sarcastically. Liang Jinxiao smiled sheepishly. "Second sister, my family's house is better than yours. Yours or your house is your house. Your family is rich and can't live houses is. I know, big sister, let's rest. You and Yun can go and cook." Oh right, since we're here today, you have to prepare some delicious food for us. It can't be too shabby. Okay. Looking at Liang Jinfan's expression, Zhao Yun really wanted to slap her. How could there be such an annoying person? She really regretted it. If she had known that Liang Jinfan would be like this when she came to her house, she wouldn't have let her come. What kind of person did she think she was? Great, now that she came to her house, she acted like an ancestor and asked people to serve her. Yun felt unhappy just thinking about it. Let's go, Yun Let's go and cook. Liang Jinxiao called out to Zhao Yun Zhao Yun nodded. Compared to staying in the house and looking at Liang Jinfan, she was more willing to go to the kitchen and cook. Chapter 974. Zhao Yun also smiled. How could she take it to heart? A dog had bitten a person, and the person couldn't possibly bite the dog back. Mother, it's all right. But mother, I do regret letting second aunt come to our house. It's as if we owe her something. Why is she so unreasonable? Liang Jinxiao sighed softly. Sigh, Yun forget it. There's nothing we can do about it. Your second aunt's character is like that. She's been like this for so many years. She won't be able to change in such a short time. We don't interact much on a daily basis, so it's fine if we don't interact with her. Zhao Yun responded. Fortunately, she didn't have to deal with him often. If she was like old Zhao's family and embarrassed in front of him all day long, she would be disgusted to death. Zhao Yun didn't prepare any special food for Liang Jinfan's family. She just ate the usual food. Even so, it wasn't shabby. After all, there was meat. Even the villagers could only eat it during festive occasions. In the third room, Liang Jinfan's family drank tea and chatted while resting. Su Lady complained, Mother, why did you ask me to come over when it's so far away? I'm so tired. You silly child. Let's eat more when there's one more person. We can't give the gift money for nothing. Let's eat more when we go back. Su Lady's mouth twitched. He was wondering what his mother was thinking. So this was what she was thinking. Mother, the food in our stomach will be digested after a while. Why would we tire ourselves out by walking? We might as well not come. Liang Jinfan glanced at Su Lady with an expression that said, this child doesn't understand. Lady, this is different. You ate your aunt's food, but you don't have any less food. No matter what, we can't let your aunt take advantage of us for nothing. Su Lady didn't know what to say to Liang Jinfan. He suffered so much for such a small amount of food. So what if his aunt's family took advantage of him? He really didn't understand. Oh, Mother, it smells so good. It smells like meat. Su Lady stretched his nose and sniffed. Sure enough, this was the smell. It smelled really good. Although the Su family was quite rich, that was only in this village. Compared to the average family, they were indeed much wealthier. Therefore, he didn't eat meat often. Basically, he only ate it once or twice a month. When everyone bought meat together, the amount of meat each person could eat was still relatively small. Therefore, meat was more attractive to Liang Jinfan and his family. Yes. Since we're here, he'll definitely cook meat for us. Mother, we haven't eaten meat for a few days. I'm dying of hunger. Then eat more later. Mother was right to let you come. If there's meat to eat, of course I'll come. Mother, even though it's like that, it's still quite torturous to eat this bit of meat. Ha! Liang Jinfan laughed heartily. You little girl, you really can't bear a little bit of hardship. But this is a good thing. In the future, you will definitely be able to marry into a good family like your sister. Speaking of this, Su Lady responded shyly. At this time, the people who went to work came back. Qin Yuan walked while wiping the beads of sweat on his forehead. Zhao Ping followed behind him. Seeing Qin Yuan working made her heart ache. For the past 2 days, Qin Yuan's attitude towards her could be said to be extremely disgusted. She didn't know if it was because of her swollen face. Could it be that he despised her for being too ugly? Chapter 975. Big Brother Yuan, slow down. Why are you in such a rush? Qin Yuan glanced at Zhao Ping indifferently. Can you not be so annoying? Oh. Okay. Big Brother Yuan, I just feel sorry for you. Qin Yuan could not be bothered to talk nonsense with Zhao Ping. He was already exhausted from all the work, yet he still had to be annoyed by Zhao Ping. He really wanted to die. Endure a little longer. Endure a little longer. After marrying Zhao Ping, there would be plenty of ways to torment her in the future. Once they entered the house, they saw a few people sitting in the house. Then, Liang Jinhui and Liang Jinshun walked over. When they saw Liang Jinfen and her family, they smiled and said, "Oh, second sister, you guys are here too." Compared to their attitude towards Liang Jinyu, Liang Jinshun and Liang Jinhui's attitude could be said to be very different. It was only because the Su family's conditions were good. If the Su family's conditions were not good enough, Liang Jinshun and Liang Jinhui would definitely not have a good attitude. Yeah, we're here to give Ping, some money as a gift. Big brother, second brother, why are you guys here too? Are you also here to give Ping, some money as a gift? Liang Jinfen still did not know that Zhao Yun's family was building a house, so she thought that Liang Jinshun and Liang Jinhui were here for the same reason. Liang Jinshun waved his hand and said, "No, second sister. It's because big sister's family is building a house. Second brother and I are masons, so we came over to help out." So that's the case. Liang Jinfen nodded, but sighed in her heart. Could it be that her eldest sister's family was so rich that they were starting to build a house? Building a house was not easy. It would cost a lot of money. It was not something that an ordinary family could casually take out. Liang Jinfen thought about how she had complained about Liang Jinxiao's house being small and suddenly felt that it was somewhat ironic. She had completely slapped herself in the face. She originally wanted to mock her eldest sister's house, but now her face was burning with pain. Liang Jinfen couldn't bring himself to smile. The corners of her mouth twitched, and she asked with a bit of jealousy, "So Big Sis is building a house? I wonder what kind of house is Big Sis building? Was it an adobe house or a brick house? How big is it?" Liang Jinshun answered Liang Jinfen's questions one by one. "Your eldest sister's house is made of bricks and tiles. There are about 10 of them in total. It's very big. When it's built, it'll definitely be the biggest house in the village. It'll be so grand." When Liang Jinfen heard what Liang Jinshun said, the jealousy in his heart deepened. 10 brick houses? That would be even more impressive than their Su family's house. Liang Jinfen's face looked worse than if he were crying, but he couldn't express his feelings. Then I really have to congratulate Big Sister's family. That's for sure. When your eldest sister's house is built, we can come over more often. When the time comes, we'll have a place to rest. Even if we can't go back at night, we'll have a room to sleep in. Liang Jinfen smiled embarrassedly and said, "Yes. Big brother, you're right, quick, take a seat. Everyone, don't just stand there." Zhao Wenhua called out. "Okay, everyone, take a seat." Liang Jinfen felt a little uncomfortable as she sat down. The more he thought about it, the more jealous he became. Why? Why could his eldest sister's family live such a good life? Their family's life was almost the same as theirs. Chapter 976. After all, Liang Jinfen could not bear to see her siblings living better than her. It would be fine if they were doing well in the beginning. However, The problem was that Liang Jinxiao's family was so much worse than hers in the past. With such a comparison, Liang Jinfen felt a sense of superiority in her heart. When she thought about going back to her maternal family in the future, the people in her maternal family would definitely talk about her eldest sister and not her. Liang Jinfen felt even more upset in her heart. Since Liang Jinfen's family came over, Zhao Wenhua grabbed some peanuts, melon seeds, and candy. He placed them on the table and asked everyone in the house to eat. These things could not be eaten by the villagers on a daily basis. They would only be willing to buy some during the new year. Therefore, when they saw it, they happily grabbed it and ate it, chatting as they ate. The food is not ready yet. Eat some of these things first to fill your stomach, Zhao Wenhua said with a smile. Brother-in-law, you're too polite, Su Dashan said with a smile. You all came all the way here. It's only right to be polite, Zhao Wenhua said with a smile. Come, let's eat. Everyone else ate happily. Only Liang Jinfen felt that the food was tasteless in his mouth. If it was in the past, he would have eaten all these things in excitement. However, because he was in a bad mood, he did not feel anything when he ate. The few of them had not eaten for a while. Zhao Yun, and Liang Jinxiao had already prepared the meal. They brought the food into the house and called for everyone to eat. It's time to eat. Ha, the food is still the best. Let's eat. Brother-in-law, put away the melon seeds, peanuts, and candy on the table. We'll eat them tomorrow, Liang Jinshun said. Okay. Just as Zhao Wenhua was about to put it away, Liang Jinfen looked at it and could not bear to. She had only eaten a little and was already taking it away. Her eldest brother and second brother could eat it tomorrow, but she could not eat it. Liang Jinfen thought about it. He couldn't let Zhao Wenhua take it away so easily. Thus, he hurriedly said to Zhao Wenhua, Brother-in-law, grab some candies for me. My little brother hasn't eaten yet. Zhao Wenhua paused for a moment before handing the candy over. Come, eat more. Zhao Wenhua was just being polite, but Liang Jinfen took it seriously. Or rather, he had planned to catch a lot of them from the beginning. Liang Jinfen reached out and grabbed a bunch of candies. Looking at Liang Jinfen's appearance, it was as if she couldn't wait to grab as many as possible with one hand. With this grab, there were more than just a few candies. When Zhao Wenhua saw this, he couldn't say anything. Thinking about it, if he couldn't even bear to part with this little candy, his wife's sister would definitely say something. After Liang Jinfen grabbed it, he poked Su Lady who was beside him. Come, lady, quickly catch it. When Su Lady saw so many candies, he took them from the bag. Mother, there's so much, Su Lady exclaimed. Isn't this great? Go back and eat slowly. Su Lady nodded. Got it, mother. Liang Jinfen calculated that these candies could be eaten for a lot of money. A bunch of them should be worth 10 copper coins. She felt like she had taken advantage of them. Now, she regretted not eating more peanuts and melon seeds just now. She didn't expect the food to be served so quickly. Liang Jinfen glanced at the table and saw a bowl of red braised pork, fish head tofu, green pepper scrambled eggs, stir-fried vegetables, peanuts, and a vegetable egg soup for herself. What a sumptuous meal. Chapter 977. The better the reception, the more upset Liang Jinfen felt. It seemed like his eldest sister's family was really rich. It was really enviable that she could eat such good food every day. Big brother-in-law, the food at your house is really good, Su Dashan couldn't help but exclaim. Not only did the food look sumptuous, but it also smelled delicious. The smell made one's mouth water and they couldn't wait to try it. Zhao Wenhua smiled and waved her hand. It's nothing. It's just home-cooked food. This is what I usually eat. When Zhao Wenhua said that, Liang Jinfen almost died of jealousy. Liang Jinshun added, That's right, second sister. That's what we usually eat. Then, Liang Jinshun asked Liang Jinxiao curiously, "Big sister, the last time little sister came over, you prepared a table full of good food. Why didn't second sister prepare better this time?" Liang Jinshun was also greedy. When he thought about the taste of the braised chicken last time, Liang Jinshun's mouth watered. The food at that time was too good, plus Xiao Yun's cooking, it really made people have a rich aftertaste after eating it once. Liang Jinfen felt uncomfortable when he heard that. Her eldest brother meant that when Liang Jinxiao saw Liang Jinyu come over, Liang Jinxiao treated her well. However, when he came over, Liang Jinxiao didn't treat him well. In comparison, her eldest sister didn't treat her as well as her youngest sister. Liang Jinfen's face darkened. He was very unhappy. Liang Jinxiao was very embarrassed. Her eldest brother's words made it seem like she didn't treat him well on purpose. "Big sister, if you have a problem with me, just say it. You don't have to be like this." Liang Jinfen snorted softly. Liang Jinfen thought that Liang Jinxiao held a grudge against them previously. Liang Jinxiao sighed softly and said, "Second sister, I don't have a problem with you. You think too much. Am I overthinking? If you don't have a problem with it, then it's your Yuner. What kind of person is this? Since I'm here, I'm a guest, so I have to be treated well. Why is it that when Lil, sis is here, there's better treatment, but when I'm here, everything is the same as usual? If you don't have a problem with me, then you're looking down on me." Liang Jinfen spat out a bunch of nasty words. Zhao Yuner could not help but snort coldly in her heart. This second aunt of hers was really interesting. It was already good enough that he gave her the food, but she was still trying to act innocent after getting a bargain. Even if she really had a problem with it, it was because Liang Jinfen had done something wrong before that she would have a problem with it. She was not an unreasonable person. After patiently listening to Liang Jinfen's scolding, Zhao Yun smiled and said to Liang Jinfen, "Second aunt, which eye of yours saw that my mother and I have a problem with you? If we really have a problem with it, then the food we prepared for lunch was even worse than usual. Look at the table full of dishes. Ask yourself honestly, can't we serve these dishes to our guests? As for why youngest aunt only prepared better when you came, that's because youngest aunt had informed me before coming, so I prepared the dishes in advance. Of course, the dishes are sumptuous. Who asked second aunt to not inform us before coming? If I hadn't reminded second aunt, I reckon you wouldn't have come, right?" After Zhao Yun finished speaking, Liang Jinfen was speechless. Chapter 978. Liang Jinhui added, "That's right, second sister. It's enough to prepare such a meal. How much better can it be? Normal families won't be able to eat such food. You're the one who's not kind. Why did you only come now? You didn't even inform eldest sister's family when you came. Otherwise, eldest sister would definitely have prepared such delicious food." Liang Jinhui and Liang Jinshun were both biased towards Xiao Yun. The two of them were very clear-minded and knew who to help and who not to help. If it were in the past, they would definitely stand on Liang Jinfen's side. After all, Liang Jinfen's family had a much better life than Xiao Yun's family in the past. Now, Liang Jinfen's family's life was not as good as Xiao Yun's. It could even be said that the difference was too great. As long as one wasn't stupid, one would know which side to stand on. Liang Jinfen pursed his lips. Now that his eldest brother and second brother were speaking up for him, it was even harder for him to say anything. "Alright, let's eat. Don't wait, the food is getting cold," Zhao Wenhua hurriedly said when he saw that the atmosphere was a little awkward. Su Dashan was a little more tactful. He tugged at Liang Jinfen and said to Liang Jinfen, "Come on, brother's mother, eldest brother, second brother is right. It's not easy for us to come here. Let's be polite and not quarrel." Liang Jinfen responded faintly. Actually, Zhao Wenhua and Su Dashan's words gave him a way out. Everyone in the house sat down and ate around the table. However, the women and children of the third branch did not sit at the table. After all, there were too many people. If they all sat down, there wouldn't be enough space at the table. With guests around, it was naturally inappropriate for their own family to sit at the table. The men ate and drank happily. Liang Jinfen still felt uncomfortable, but he couldn't show it. Brother Yuan, you're tired from working. Eat more meat so that you'll have energy in the afternoon. Zhao Ping directly scooped up a few pieces of meat from the bowl and placed them into Qin Yuan's bowl. In fact, although there was a big bowl of meat in the bowl, there were 10 people in the family. Each person could only get a few pieces. If they didn't stuff it into Qin Yuan's bowl as soon as possible, Qin Yuan probably wouldn't be able to eat it. Qin Yuan didn't refuse. In fact, he wanted to eat, but he was too embarrassed to take more. After all, it was in front of so many people. When Liang Jinshun saw this, he couldn't help but laugh. Ping is really good to her husband. She really cares about him. Zhao Ping couldn't tell that Liang Jinshun was being sarcastic. She replied cheerfully, "Uncle, what are you talking about? Since he's my husband, if I don't love him, who else should I love?" Liang Jinshuan's mouth twitched. He really wondered if there was something wrong with Zhao Ping's head. Liang Jinhui said, "Ping, you don't only love your husband. As elders, we also have to love him, right? It's not like he's the only one working. We all have to work in the afternoon. We all have to work hard, and we have to work harder than him." Zhao Ping frowned slightly and replied unhappily. "First uncle, second uncle, if you want to eat, you can eat by yourselves. Why do you want me to love him? There are so many people here. Do I still have to help you all eat? You lass, that's how it is." Zhao Ping pouted. "Big brother, second brother, you guys eat. Help yourselves. There's no need for Ping to help." Liang Jinhui smiled and called out to them. He was helping Zhao Ping out of this situation. Chapter 979. At the dining table, Liang Jinfen sized up Zhao Ping and Qin Yuan curiously. He lamented in his heart that it was already not easy for Zhao Ping to get married. He did not expect her future husband to be so good-looking. Could it be that his eldest sister's ancestral grave was emitting smoke? How did they suddenly become rich? It really made one feel that it was a little inconceivable and unfathomable. Thinking about his family again, why did they not have such luck? It was really infuriating. The more he thought about it, the angrier he got. Jealous words rang out. "Yo, Ping's future husband is not bad, huh? How's his family background?" Speaking of this, Liang Jin casually replied, "What can it be? Isn't he just a pauper?" "What? Pauper?" "Yeah, his family is poor. He doesn't have much money." "So that's the case. I was wondering why he was willing to marry Ping. Liang Jinfen had a look of understanding, and his mood instantly became much better. However, Qin Yuan felt that this was humiliating him. He could not help but clench his fists tightly. If not for the untimely timing, he would have slapped his chopsticks and left. Zhao Ping glared at Liang Jinfen angrily. "Second aunt, what do you mean?" "I don't mean anything." "What do you mean?" "You're saying that I'm not worthy of Big Brother Yuan." Liang Jinfen chuckled and said, Ping, didn't you say so yourself?" "Second aunt isn't laughing at you. What I said is the truth." Enough, Ping, don't say any more." Zhao Wenhua tugged at Zhao Ping, "The elders are talking to you. Just listen, lest they say that you're impolite." "That's right. Ping, you have to listen to your father and respect your elders. Otherwise, when you go to your in-laws' house, they'll say that your parents didn't have a good upbringing." Zhao Ping was so angry that she couldn't speak, but she hated Liang Jinfen very much. She only hoped that Liang Jinfen would quickly finish his meal and leave. He had seen many annoying people, but this was the first time he had seen someone as annoying as Liang Jinfen. It wasn't just because of this incident. Previously, Liang Jinfen liked to bully them. Previously, they even said that Zhao Ping was so ugly that she would definitely not be able to get married in the future. Of course, Liang Jinfen had said that because he had looked down on them previously. The atmosphere during the meal was not very good. Because of Liang Jinfen's nagging, Zhao Yun was also very disgusted. After lunch, Liang Jinfen and his family could finally leave. Zhao Yun also heaved a sigh of relief in her heart, as if she had chased away a plague. Liang Jinfen was that plague. He was extremely annoying. Before they left, Liang Jinfen was a little reluctant to take out the gift money. He said to Liang Jinxiao, elder sister, your family is so rich now. I don't think you care about this little gift money of mine, right? Zhao Yun looked at Liang Jinfen's posture. It was as if he was reluctant to part with the gift money. Zhao Yun was instantly displeased. What kind of person was this? Zhao Yun was afraid that her mother would be stupid, so she hurriedly said. Second aunt, you're wrong to say that. It doesn't matter if it's rare or not, it's still etiquette. This can't be ignored. The more money you have, the more generous second aunt is. My sister Ping is finally getting married. Second aunt is sister Ping er's biological aunt. Naturally, it can't be too shabby. This time, Zhao Ping had grown some brains. She followed behind Zhao Yun and said, that's right, second aunt. Yun is right. Your gift money can't be too shabby. Chapter 980. Liang Jinfen snorted softly. At the end of the day, she still wanted money. Liang Jinxiao really did not want to fork out this money. Although the Su family was rich, the Su family was not divided and the money was basically in the hands of her parents-in-law. Therefore, she did not have much money on hand. Moreover, she gave birth to a daughter and did not have much status in the Su family. If not for the fact that Su Zhaodi married into a good family, she would probably be even more disliked. Therefore, Liang Jinfen understood that if he could save some money, he would save some money. Now that he could not save money, he could only reluctantly take out the money that he had prepared as a gift and hand it to Liang Jinxiao. Here, eldest sister, take it. Liang Jinxiao took it and kept it properly. It was exactly 88 copper coins. Not a single copper coin more or less. Liang Jinfen returned the same amount that their family had given him back then. He did not add anything at all. However, knowing what kind of person Liang Jinfen was, Liang Jinxiao did not make a fuss about it. Even if he did, he probably would not be able to come up with a reason. It was not worth it to be unhappy over a few copper coins or a dozen copper coins. Second sister, do you want to rest for a while and chat? Liang Jinxiao asked politely. Zhao Yun hurriedly interrupted. It was not easy to send such a scourge away. How could she let her stay at home? Mother, second aunt and second uncle must have something to do when they go back. It's such a long journey, it will take a long time to walk back. Second aunt's feet still hurt, so she probably needs to walk and rest. If you keep her here for too long, won't it be dark by the time she gets back? Zhao Yun's intention to chase them away was obvious. Liang Jinxiao continued, that's true. Second sister, younger sister, it's not good for me to keep you here. Go back early and rest early. You must be exhausted today. Liang Jinfen's eyes moved and he said to Liang Jinxiao, eldest sister, don't you have a little donkey at home? I still have a long way to go. Why don't you ask Yun to send me back with the donkey? Anyway, the donkey runs very fast. We can send you back in a while. If we walk back by ourselves, we don't know how long it will take. My legs are almost crippled from walking here. I'm afraid that it will be even more uncomfortable if I walk, you see. Liang Jinfen, Liang Jinxiao's words Liang Jinxiao's words, she did not know where Liang Jinfen's thick skin from. She smiled and said to Liang Jinfen, "Second aunt, you're thinking too much. Haven't you seen people who really have money to send gifts back in a car? I'm not so free. There are still many things to be done at home. I don't have time for that." Liang Jinfen's face darkened. "Little girl Yun, what can you be busy with? You don't have time to send your second aunt back." Zhao Yun, chuckled. "Second aunt, I have a lot of things to do. I don't have as much free time as you think. I have a lot of things to do when I get back." Liang Jinxiao was not so stupid now. He chimed in, "Yun, second aunt, Yun, does have a lot of things to do. It's not easy to finish the stall early. She's a little tired. She should rest for a while after she's done, right? Otherwise, her body won't be able to take it." Liang Jinfen's mouth twitched. "Ha, that Yun girl is really capable." Chapter 981. Zhao Ping, said sarcastically, "Some people are really shameless. How dare they ask others to send them off? It's as if someone owes them something. It's not like our family is working for others for free." Su Dashan felt uncomfortable when he heard that. He tugged at Liang Jinfen and said, "Lady's mother, forget it. Let's walk back on our own. Don't trouble Yun, Mother, they have legs. Let's walk on our own. We don't want to be scolded by others." Su Lady tugged at Liang Jinfen. Regarding the attitude of Zhao Yun's family, Su Lady felt that Zhao Yun's family looked down on their family, so he was somewhat angry. Liang Jinfen nodded reluctantly. Okay. It was not like before, where they could gain many benefits. What goes around comes around. Big sister, we'll leave now. We'll come back on Ping's wedding day. Liang Jinfen said. Okay. Second sister, brother-in-law, and lady's daughter, be careful on the road. Okay. Hypocrite. After Liang Jinfen and his family left, the house became much quieter. The men also went to work, leaving only Zhao Yun, Zhao Ping, and Liang Jinxiao. Zhao Ping, couldn't wait to ask Liang Jinxiao, "Mother, where's my wedding dress? Did you bring it back for me?" Liang Jinxiao nodded hurriedly. I brought it back. Fortunately, she remembered to bring it back. Otherwise, her eldest daughter would definitely make a fuss again. It's good that you brought it back. Mother, give it to me. I want to try it on. Zhao Ping shouted. Liang Jinxiao had no choice but to take out the wedding dress. There was no harm in Zhao Ping, trying it on. She wanted to see how it looked after she put it on. Well, let's give it a try. Zhao Ping, saw the bright red dress. It was really beautiful. Under normal circumstances, it was impossible to wear such beautiful clothes. Thinking that most people don't have such a wedding dress, but she has one, Zhao Ping, felt even more happy. There were no other men in the house, so Zhao Ping, couldn't wait to take off her clothes and put on her wedding dress. The bright red clothes were very dazzling. It was indeed different from ordinary clothes made of coarse cloth. Mother, look at me. Do I look good in it? Liang Jinxiao sized her up and smiled at Zhao Ping, You look good, Ping, you look good in anything. Hearing Liang Jinxiao's praise, Zhao Ping's cheeks turned slightly red. Hee, then if I wear this wedding dress, will Big Brother Yuan like me when he sees me like this? Facing Zhao Ping's expectant face, Liang Jinxiao really couldn't bear to tell the truth. Zhao Ping looked good in this dress, but that was only in terms of the dress. As for Zhao Ping's face, forget it. He couldn't even bear to look at it directly. However, in order to not make Zhao Ping sad, Liang Jinxiao definitely wouldn't mention Zhao Ping's face. Of course he will like it. How can he not like it when you look so good? Hee hee, mother, I think so too. As long as big brother Yuan likes it, it's fine. But, Zhao Ping, frowned and moved up and down. Liang Jinxiao asked curiously, but what's wrong, Ping, But mother, my body feels so tight. It's a little uncomfortable. Is that so? Liang Jinxiao's brows twitched. It's true. Zhao Ping nodded heavily and replied. Chapter 982. Zhao Ping, frowned and said in a low voice, Mom, it seems like the clothes are really tight and don't fit. Did the tailor shop make a mistake? Liang Jinxiao pondered for a moment and said, Ping, it can't be, right? You went there personally and the tailor made the clothes for you. This shop has a good reputation, so it's impossible for them to make a mistake with such a small thing, right? Zhao Ping, pouted and said, then why? Mom, it's because it doesn't fit. It's too tight and it feels a little tight. Liang Jinxiao could only ask, Ping, why don't we bring it back to the shop tomorrow and tell them that it doesn't fit and ask them to change it? Mom, my marriage is coming soon. How will I have the time to change it? I don't want to be unable to get my clothes back when I get married, Zhao Ping, complained a little dejectedly. Liang Jinxiao nodded and felt that Zhao Ping, was right. It would definitely take a long time to change it. After all, they were not the only business in the shop. Zhao Yun's mouth twitched for a moment and she couldn't help but say, Sister Ping, actually, you can't blame others. It's not that they did anything wrong or that the clothes didn't fit you. It's... Zhao Yun, deliberately stopped herself from saying the rest of her sentence. If she said it out loud, she was afraid that Zhao Ping would fly into a rage. Zhao Ping, asked very unhappily. But what? Zhao Yun, if you have something to say, just say it. Don't dilly-dally. Zhao Yun, smiled and said, Sister Ping, I can say it, but I'm afraid that you'll be angry. If you're not angry after I say it, then I'll say it. Zhao Ping, rolled her eyes. She felt that Zhao Yun, definitely wouldn't say anything good, but she couldn't help but be curious. Say it, I won't be angry. Zhao Ping, pouted and said. Actually, Sister Ping, you've gained weight recently and it doesn't match your previous body shape. That's why the clothes they made you feel that they're a little tight. After Zhao Yun, finished speaking, Liang Jinxiao stared at Zhao Ping, and felt that it was indeed the case. Previously, Zhao Ping's face was swollen. Zhao Ping's because she was slapped by Zhao Yun, Now, looking at Zhao Ping's body had also gained a lot of SSSS. She's body shape. Actually, this was understandable. Recently, she had been eating meat every day, and every meal was a meal with oil. Zhao Ping ate so much every meal, but she didn't exercise much. It was also very difficult for her not to gain weight even if she didn't want to. Zhao Ping asked unhappily, Mom, have I gained weight? Liang Jinxiao nodded. Yes, you've gained weight. But Ping, it's good to gain weight. What's so good about not having any meat at all? But you'll look ugly if you gain weight. Big brother Yuan said that he doesn't like girls who are too fat. Zhao Ping, was very vexed and didn't know what to do. She really didn't realize that she had actually gained weight. Zhao Ping, reached out and touched her body. There was indeed a layer of meat. No wonder the clothes would be tight when she wore them, speaking of which, it was her own fault. It wasn't the shop owner's fault. Sister Ping, since you know that brother-in-law doesn't like fat people, then you should eat less in the future. Oh right, eating meat is the easiest to gain weight. Don't eat our family's meat in the future. Just bear with it for a period of time and you'll be fine. Oh right, you can also often do farm work and exercise. This will help you lose weight. Zhao Yun suggested with a hint of ridicule in her voice. Chapter 983. Zhao Yuner looked a little confused and said, Sister Pinger, what did I say on purpose? What do you mean by that? Humph. You just don't want me to eat meat and want me to do more chores. I won't fall into your trap. Zhao Pinger glared at Zhao Yuner angrily. Zhao Yuner chuckled. Sister Pinger, you're really thinking too much. What I said is the truth. Even if it's the truth, I won't do it. Zhao Pinger said resolutely. She wanted her to control her mouth and not eat. That was too difficult, wasn't it? When she saw meat, especially fatty meat, she couldn't help but swallow it into her stomach. As for doing housework, she didn't want to do it at all. Moreover, washing dishes hurt her hands the most. She didn't want her hands to be rough and coarse like a chicken's claws. Zhao Yuner chuckled. If Sister Pinger is like that, then who can you blame? No one can interfere if you put on weight yourself. I didn't say who to blame. Zhao Pinger muttered, but her face turned to Liang Jinxiao and said, Mother, what do we do now? Liang Jinxiao comforted, Aya, Pinger, it's fine if it's a little tighter. Actually, it's fine. You can't tell from the appearance. These wedding clothes are only for one day. If you don't wear them in the future, you'll only feel uncomfortable for one day. Zhao Pinger thought about it and agreed. She would only wear them for the wedding. Even if it was uncomfortable, she could endure it and it would pass. Thus, she nodded and said, All right, Mother, then forget it. Hee, Mother, do I really look good in it? Liang Jinxiao hurriedly nodded. Yes, how can it not look good? These clothes cost 1 tael of silver. How can it be bad? Mother, then I'm relieved. Zhao Pinger was delighted. Zhao Pinger wandered around and looked at the clothes on her body. Then, she couldn't help but say, Mother, I'll go and show it to Cousin Jinger and Aunt. Zhao Pinger didn't really want to hear Zhao Jinger and Zhao Xinhui praise her. She just wanted to show off. After all, Zhao Jinger and Zhao Xinhui couldn't get such beautiful clothes. Aya, that's not good, right? Liang Jinxiao frowned. Who would go out in wedding clothes? Mother, Zhao Pinger's, Tinger, ? Zhao Pinger's, iter, tease, Pinger. Pinger, Liang Jinxiao thought for a moment and reminded him. All right then. Little Ping, put on your wedding dress and stay in our courtyard. Don't go out. Otherwise, if others see you, they will laugh at you. Zhao Pinger nodded heavily. Mother, I know. Okay then. Zhao Pinger then ran out happily. How could Zhao Yuner not know Zhao Pinger's heart? This woman was too vain. However, Zhao Pinger was like this. Wasn't she afraid that she would be beaten if she went out? Of course, this was Zhao Pinger's business. Zhao Yuner couldn't care less. Curious, he followed Zhao Pinger out to see what kind of commotion would happen later. Zhao Pinger excitedly went to old Zhao's yard and began to shout to the other members of the old Zhao's family, as if she couldn't wait for them to come out and see her. Aunt, Sister Jinger, come out and see. Aunt, Sister Jinger. After Zhao Pinger shouted at the top of her voice, Zhao Jinger and Zhao Xinhui came out. Chapter 984. Zhao Xinhui's tone carried some displeasure. Zhao Ping, pouted. Auntie, look. Do you think my wedding dress looks good? Zhao Ping, originally thought that Zhao Xinhui should have seen the wedding dress she was wearing as soon as she came out. Why didn't she see it? There was a gap between expectations and reality, and there was a kind of gap. Zhao Xinhui frowned and stared at Zhao Ping, for a moment. This bright red suit was well-tailored and the style was very beautiful. Ordinary girls wouldn't wear such beautiful clothes when they got married. Zhao Xinhui frowned and didn't say anything. At this moment, Zhao Jinger also came out of the house and saw Zhao Ping's wedding dress. This bright red dress was a little dazzling. Zhao Jinger thought about her marriage. Zheng Qian still hadn't given her any news. She didn't know if he still remembered this marriage with her. Logically speaking, since Zhao Yun had rejected Zheng Qian should have placed his attention on her. Why hadn't he given her any news yet? It was originally a good marriage, so Zhao Jing'er didn't want to blow it up like this. Now, she could only wait for Zheng Qian's news. Once he thought it through, he would marry her. Therefore, Zhao Jing'er's depressed mood became even worse when she saw Zhao Ping'er's wedding dress. Zhao Ping'er wasn't letting her look. She was deliberately provoking her, wasn't she? Zhao Ping'er strolled up to Zhao Jing'er, took Zhao Jing'er's hand, shook it, and then asked shyly, "Sister Jing'er, do you think I look good in it?" The corner of Zhao Jing'er's mouth twitched. She wanted to pull out a smile, but she realized that she couldn't. In the end, she looked like she wanted to cry and laugh. It was especially ugly. "It looks good," Zhao Jing'er said. In the end, she didn't want to hurt Zhao Ping'er too much. Zhao Ping'er's clothes were indeed beautiful. It was just that Zhao Ping didn't look good. Zhao Ping'er smiled at Zhao Jing'er's words. "Hee, little sister Jing'er, thank you. I think it's pretty too." Zhao Jing'er responded, but the corners of her mouth kept twitching. On the surface, she flattered Zhao Ping'er, but in her heart, she hated Zhao Ping'er to death. This slut, how could she be so lucky? Such a beautiful wedding dress should not be worn by Zhao Ping'er. It should be worn by her. Unfortunately, when she got married, her parents would definitely not be willing to spend so much money on her wedding dress. After getting a sense of vanity from Zhao Jing'er, Zhao Ping'er continued to ask Zhao Xinhui. "Auntie, you haven't said anything yet. Look at my clothes, do they look good on me?" Zhao Xinhui rolled her eyes and said to Zhao Ping'er, "Do you want me to tell you the truth or a lie?" Zhao Ping said, "Of course the truth." "Ha, then I'll be direct. Zhao Ping'er, your clothes are really ugly." "No, it should be that the clothes are beautiful, but you are ugly. It's such a waste for you to wear such beautiful clothes. Look at your swollen, fat, and ugly face. Anyone who sees it will feel disgusted, right? But fortunately, when you get married, you have a red veil to cover your ugly face. Otherwise, it would really scare people. It's just that the poor Qin Yuan has to lift your red veil." Chapter 985. Zhao Ping'er felt her face burn when she heard Xin Xinhui's words. Wasn't her aunt going overboard with her words? She actually said that she was stupid, fat, and ugly. She even said that Qin Yuan was pitiful for marrying her. How could she be so sharp-tongued? Too much, too much. Zhao Ping'er was so angry that her chest heaved up and down. Seeing Zhao Ping'er panting with rage, Zhao Xinhui knew that Zhao Ping'er must be angry, so she comforted Zhao Ping'er. "Ping'er, you were the one who told me to tell the truth. Now that I'm telling the truth, why are you so upset?" "Aunt, I asked if the clothes I'm wearing look good, not for you to scold me," Zhao Ping said angrily. "Zhao Ping'er, how can you be like this? I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. How am I scolding you?" Zhao Xinhui shrugged and looked at Zhao Xinhui like she was an idiot. "Aunt, you're too much." Zhao Ping'er stomped her feet in anger. "How am I overboard?" Zhao Ping'er, go and ask someone else if it's true. Jing'er, tell me, am I right? Zhao Xinhui asked Zhao Jing'er. Zhao Jing'er wasn't like Zhao Ping, so she didn't dare to scold Zhao Ping'er. Zhao Ping'er was a difficult person to deal with. If she was upset, she would probably nag at her. If that was the case, it was better not to offend Zhao Ping'er. Zhao Xinhui didn't say anything. Zhao Jing knew that she didn't dare to say anything. She snorted and said, Ping, Jing, is embarrassed to scold you. Do you think everyone is as thick-skinned as you? Zhao Ping, didn't know why Zhao Xinhui liked to scold her. That's enough, Ping, girl. You should know who you are. Who do you think you are? Sigh, I thought it was something big. So it's this. After saying that, Zhao Xinhui walked back into the house, somewhat disappointed. Facing Zhao Xinhui's back, Zhao Ping, was speechless for a moment, not knowing what to say. In fact, she wanted to chase Zhao Xinhui away to continue scolding her, but Zhao Xinhui was not someone to be trifled with. Her grandmother would definitely scold her to death later. Aunt must be jealous of me. She's talking about me because she can't get married. That must be it. Zhao Ping muttered. He said this to comfort himself and at the same time, to express his dissatisfaction with Zhao Xinhui. Zhao Ping, didn't know what her sister-in-law could be so smug about. She was already so old, yet she still couldn't get married. How could she have the nerve to criticize her? So what if she was ugly? Wasn't there still a man who wanted her? But Zhao Xinhui was an old lady who couldn't get married. It would be best if she died of old age at home. When Zhao Jing'er saw how angry Zhao Ping was that year, she couldn't help but feel pleased. Fortunately, her sister-in-law scolded her. Otherwise, Zhao Ping would continue to be so smug. Thinking about Zhao Xinhui's words, Zhao Jing'er couldn't help but want to cover her mouth and laugh. However, she felt that it wouldn't be good to do it in front of Zhao Ping, so she suppressed it. I'm so angry. Zhao Ping, pouted and gritted her teeth fiercely in the direction of Zhao Xinhui's house. When Li Chuiying came out of the house and saw Zhao Yun, she exclaimed, "Ah, it's Ping, girl." Zhao Ping, thought that Li Chuiying was praising her, so she smiled and said, "It's me, second aunt. Do I look good in it?" Chapter 986. Li Chuiying glanced at her and said with a smile, "Of course it's beautiful. I've never seen Ping, look so beautiful before." With Li Chuiying's coaxing, Zhao Ping, was immediately overjoyed and her mood improved a lot. "Second aunt, you have good taste." "That's right. If second aunt doesn't have good taste, who does?" Yes. "Second aunt, you're so nice." "Ha, little girl Ping, look at what you're saying. You're my eldest niece. How can I not treat you well?" "Yes." Li Chuiying stepped forward and continued to coax Zhao Ping, "Ping, girl, you look so good in this dress. It's a pity that you can only wear it once. It's such a waste." Speaking of this, Zhao Ping nodded in agreement. "Yes, it's a pity that I can only wear it once. How nice would it be if I could wear it every day?" Li Chuiying joked, "How can a girl like you wear it every day? If you wear it every day, won't you be laughed at?" "Yes." "Ah, it's such a pity to only wear it once." Zhao Ping, frowned and said in distress. "Little Ping, since you're also saying that it's a pity, then how about this, when you get married to your younger sister, can you lend her your wedding dress for her to wear? It's a waste for you to leave it at home anyway. If you let your younger sister wear it, she can get married in a grand way." Li Chuiying was counting on this wishful thinking. This wedding dress cost 1 tael of silver. Even if she wanted to buy it, Wu Chunhua wouldn't be willing to part with the money. Whether it was Jing Qian or someone else, Zhao Jing would only look grand if she could wear this wedding dress when she got married. Li Chuiying saw such a beautiful wedding dress and felt that it was a waste for Zhao Ping to wear it. However, it would be a different story if Jing were to wear it. His little girl was many times prettier than Zhao Ping. His face was already handsome to begin with, and with the addition of his beautiful clothes, he would definitely be able to captivate the birds and beasts, overshadow the moon and put the flowers to shame. By then, Zhao Jing'er's future husband would definitely be smitten by her. After Li Chuiying finished speaking, Zhao Ping frowned. Seeing Zhao Ping's reluctance, Li Chuiying hurriedly said, Ping, you're Jing's cousin. Surely you won't be so stingy as to refuse to lend it to me. Hearing Li Chuiying's words, Zhao Ping was too embarrassed to refuse. This, Ping girl, I'm just borrowing it for a while. Wearing it for a day won't hurt you, don't you think? Ping girl, if Jing marries grandly, I'll definitely have to thank you. Zhao Jing listened on the side. She didn't expect Li Chuiying to borrow Zhao Ping's wedding dress. However, she was also looking forward to it. It would be great if Zhao Ping could lend it to her. She would definitely be envied if she were to wear such a beautiful wedding dress. Her mother was really smart. Zhao Ping looked reluctant. Sister Ping don't worry. I definitely won't hurt you. I'll wash it clean for you and return it to you. Zhao Jing added. Zhao Ping was conflicted. Then alright, I'll lend it to cousin Jing Hearing Zhao Ping agree, Li Chuiying and Zhao Jing were overjoyed. Chapter 987. This woman was really stupid. Others only had to coax her a little and she would agree to it. However, this was Zhao Ping's business. Zhao Ping couldn't predict it. She could lend her wedding dress to whoever she wanted. She didn't even care. Mother, I'm going back first. Zhao Yun'er said. Okay, go back. Okay. When she got home, Zhao Yun'er realized that Yili was nowhere to be seen. Zhao Ping's heart suddenly tightened. Where was he? Where did he go? Could it be that he was discovered and the government came to take him away? Zhao Yun'er thought that this situation didn't seem very likely. If the government really came, it wouldn't be so quiet. Did he leave by himself in the middle of the night? But why did he leave? He still had injuries on his body. It was too dangerous to go out like this. Zhao Yun'er frowned. She was very worried. Zhao Yun'er didn't know where to look for him. She couldn't just shout to the whole village. That would only expose Yili's presence. Just as she was worrying, Daoda's head popped out from under the blanket. Mother, what's wrong? After lunch, Daoda came back and lay on the bed to take a nap. Children love to sleep. Zhao Yun'er wanted Daoda to take a nap every afternoon. Did you see your beautiful uncle? Zhao Yun'er asked. Daoda glanced at the mattress on the floor. When he saw that Yili wasn't on it, he frowned. Then he shook his head at Zhao Yun'er. Then did you see your beautiful uncle when you came back? Yes. Daoda nodded. When Daoda came back, my beautiful uncle was still here. Zhao Yun'er sighed. She had no choice. She had to look for him first. Yili was still injured, so it would be dangerous for him to go out. Mother, go out for a while. Zhao Yun said and went out of the room. Hopefully, we can find Yili. Just as Zhao Yun'er was about to leave, Mulan also came over. Seeing Zhao Yun'er's anxious look, Mulan asked, What's wrong, Yun'er? Yili is missing. Zhao Yun'er said. Young Master Yi disappeared. Yeah. Why did young Master Yi disappear for no reason? Mulan was very puzzled. I don't know either, as long as he doesn't encounter any danger. Yeah, let's go out and look for it. Alright. Mulan and Zhao Yun went to look around the village. The two of them could only look around. They couldn't hold back their voices and shout. After looking around, they still didn't find any trace of Yili. Yun'er, why do you think young Master Yi left without any reason? Is there something wrong? Zhao Yun'er shook her head. I don't know. Maybe, he left because he felt that he would be a burden to me. Is that so? I'm just guessing. A trace of worry appeared in Mulan's eyes. Yun'er, with young Master Ye's current condition, what if something happens after he leaves? Not to mention his injuries, he can't go anywhere right now. The moment he goes out, he might be recognized and taken away. Zhao Yun'er sighed softly. Yeah. But he left without saying goodbye, and we can't stop him. Then there's really nothing we can do. If Yili sincerely wants to leave, we probably can't stop him. Even if we look for him, we won't be able to find him. He's probably not in the village, right? Then let's go back. Continuing to look would just be a waste of time. Alright. I just hope that nothing dangerous happens to young Master Yi. Chapter 988. When the two of them came back, they stared at Yili in shock. They couldn't find Yili after searching for a long time. They thought he had left, but they didn't expect to see Yili the moment they came back. Didn't this guy leave? Why did he suddenly appear again? When Yili saw Mulan and Zhao Yun'er's expressions, he couldn't help but raise his eyebrows and ask, "What's wrong? Why did they look so surprised when they saw him?" "Nothing." Zhao Yun'er twitched the corner of her mouth and said. "Yi Gongzi. You didn't leave." Mulan muttered. "Leave? But where can I go?" Yili frowned. "Did I make trouble for you?" Yili couldn't help thinking more and asked. Zhao Yun'er and Mulan quickly waved their hands. No. You didn't. If you think it's inconvenient for me to be here, you don't have to force yourself. You can just tell me and I'll go somewhere else." Zhao Yun'er knew Yili probably misunderstood, so she explained, "Yili, don't think too much. I just came back and didn't see you in the room. I thought you'd left, so I looked everywhere for you. But I couldn't find you, so I thought you'd left." Mulan chimed in from behind, "Yes, Yi Gongzi. That's how it is. Yun'er and I were worried about you. It's good to see you back." Yili then nodded. "So that's how it is." Zhao Yun'er asked curiously, "Yili, where did you go just now?" Speaking of this, Yili felt a little awkward. "I didn't go anywhere. I just had a stomachache, so I went to the toilet." After Yili finished speaking, Mulan and Zhao Yun'er looked at each other and didn't know what to say. "Yun'er, we really worried about the wrong thing," Mulan said with a smile. Zhao Yun'er smiled awkwardly. "Yeah. I was worried about the wrong thing. If I had known, I wouldn't have worried about it." She was really stupid. Humans definitely needed to poop and pee. It was normal for it to take a little longer to defecate. Yili must have been squatting when he first came back. She didn't think in that direction, so she didn't look for it in the latrine. Ha! Mulan couldn't help but laugh out loud. Zhao Yun'er glared at Mulan. It was already very awkward, but Mulan's smile made it even more awkward. "Ha! Because I can't help it. I don't want to laugh either." Zhao Yun'er's lips twitched. Even if she wanted to laugh, she had to hold it in. Besides Zhao Yun'er, Yili also felt very awkward. After Mulan finished laughing, she couldn't help but tease, "I say, young Master Yi, the next time you go to the latrine, you should say hello to Yun'er. Otherwise, Yun'er and I will think that you've gone somewhere and have a hard time looking for you." Yi Li's lips twitched. "Oh, okay. I got it." Zhao Yun'er saw Yi Li's face turn red. Thinking about Mulan's words, she couldn't help but say to Mulan, "Mulan, you're getting more and more shameless. You have the nerve to say anything." "Ha, Yun'er, I was just joking." "Look, young Master Yi is so cute. He actually took my words seriously." Yili looked at Mulan in a daze. He didn't expect Mulan to be joking. Chapter 989. On second thought, it made sense. He was a man. If he really went to the toilet and greeted Zhao Yun'er, that would be really awkward. It would be fine if he and Zhao Yun'er were husband and wife, but the problem was that there was no relationship between the two of them. At most, they could be considered friends. When Yili heard Mulan's laughter getting louder and louder, his face turned red like a monkey's butt. Zhao Yuner couldn't stand it anymore. She patted Mulan and said, "That's enough, sister-in-law Mulan. Can you stop talking and laughing?" Yili didn't leave at first, but now he's so angry that he's leaving. Mulan finally noticed. She thought about what Zhao Yuner said and realized that it made sense. A grown man was being made so shy by her. It would be fine if he was thick-skinned, but he couldn't stand it if he was thin-skinned. Thus, she stopped laughing and said to Yili, "Young Master Yi, don't take what I said to heart. It's good that you're back now. Yuner and I don't have to worry anymore." Yili's lips twitched and he responded with a smile. "Yuner, let's get busy," Mulan called out. They had spent a lot of time looking around the village. They had to hurry up and get busy. After they were done, they still had other things to do. Zhao Yuner nodded. Yili took a step forward. "Is there anything I can help with?" "No need, young Master Yi. You're a grown man. You don't know how to do the things that we women do." Mulan waved her hand and rejected him directly. Yili sighed slightly. All right then. Yili felt that he was a burden to Zhao Yuner by staying at Zhao Yuner's house all day and not being able to help. Just as Zhao Yuner was about to get to work, she realized that Daodu was still lying on the bed with no intention of getting up. Zhao Yuner walked over to Daodu curiously and asked, "What's wrong with Daodu? Why aren't you up yet?" Daodu's little brows furrowed, and he seemed to be in low spirits. "Daodu, are you feeling unwell?" Zhao Yuner asked worriedly. "Mother, Daodu bit his lips, not knowing how to answer. Looking at Daodu's conflicted expression, Zhao Yuner concluded that something must have happened to Daodu. Therefore, he took out his hand and placed it on Daodu's forehead to check if Daodu had a fever or something. After placing it on his forehead, she realized that Daodu's body temperature was normal and there was nothing wrong with him. Therefore, she asked, "Daodu, what's wrong with you? Tell me, mother is worried about you." "Mother. What's wrong? What's wrong?" "Mother, you won't blame me if I tell you, right?" Zhao Yuner was slightly stunned at first, then she saw that Daodu was avoiding her gaze, as if he didn't dare to look her in the eye. It seemed like he had done something bad, this little guy. Seriously, he didn't dare to say anything even after doing something bad, and he even deliberately tricked her. Zhao Yuner's lips curled up slightly, and she said to Daodu, "Don't worry, no matter what Daodu did, my conscience won't blame Daodu." With Zhao Yuner's assurance, Daodu became bolder. "Mother." Daodu wet the bed. After saying that, Daodu's little face turned red. Zhao Yuner couldn't help but laugh, and she said to Daodu, "I was wondering what was going on, so it's because of this. This child probably thought that wetting the bed was embarrassing." However, from Zhao Yuner's point of view, it was normal for a child of Daodu's age to wet the bed. Chapter 990. In Zhao Yuner's impression, Daodu had never wet the bed before. In fact, this was already very difficult. If it was a normal child, they would have wet the bed countless times. This era was not like the 21st century. In the 21st century, there were diapers that could be used, but in this era, there were none. Otherwise, if they were afraid of their child's urine, they could buy some diapers back. "Mother." Daodu called out weakly again. He did not know if Zhao Yuner was angry or not. Zhao Yuner laughed and said, "If you wet your pants, then so be it. It's not a big deal. How could mother blame you?" Daodu's little eyes darkened, and he said to Zhao Yuner, "Mother. Daodu is a man now. Daodu shouldn't wet the bed." Daodu's words amused Zhao Yuner even more. Zhao Yuner patted Daodu's head, "Silly, even if you're a man, you're still only 3 years old. Your little uncle wet the bed at this age." Daodu's little eyes blinked, and he asked curiously, "Mother, is that true? Little uncle wet the bed at this age?" "Of course it's true." Zhao Yuner chuckled. That's good. Since little uncle wet the bed, Dowdu will be fine too. Dowdu's heart was greatly comforted. After all, Zhao Tianfu was older than him. Okay, Dowdu, get up and change your clothes. Don't wear wet pants. Okay, mother. Dowdu quickly climbed out of bed. Zhao Yun went to look for clean clothes and then prepared to change Dowdu. Seeing Zhao Yun come over, Dowdu's little brows wrinkled again. Mother, what's wrong, Dowdu? Zhao Yun asked. Why did this little guy have so many requests? Mother. Can Dowdu change by himself? Can you and Auntie Mu go out for a while? Dowdu hesitated for a while, but still mustered up the courage to ask. Zhao Yun was stunned for a while before she reacted. This little guy was most likely shy again. Can you change by yourself? Zhao Yun asked. Dowdu patted his chest and said, Mother, Dowdu is a man. Dowdu can change his clothes by himself. Zhao Yun saw that Dowdu's insistence on, Dowdu. Yun, let me help Dowdu change. Yi Li stood up and said. Originally, he had nothing to help Zhao Yun If he could help Zhao Yun in this matter, it would be good. Dowdu followed up and said, Mother, why don't you let Uncle Beauty help me change it? Dowdu thought that since Yi Li was a man, it was okay for a man to help another man. Well, let Uncle Handsome help you change. Zhao Yun nodded and agreed. Yi Li was also very happy. Coming to Zhao Yun's house, he could finally help with something. When Yi Li changed Dowdu's pants, Mulan and Zhao Yun left the house first. After Yi Li helped Dowdu to change his pants, the two of them went in again. After finishing the work in the afternoon, Zhao Yun took Dowdu's pants to the river and prepared to wash Dowdu. When she just went over, she saw two people quarreling by the river. One was his cousin-in-law, Nian. The other was a girl in the village, the daughter-in-law of the Zhou family. Feng Ling was originally from the Shuilan village. Later, she directly married a person from the Shuilan village. Chapter 991. Earlier, Nian and Feng Ling were in a heated argument. The two of them looked like they were about to start a fight. Zhao Yun knew that his cousin-in-law had a good temper. Under normal circumstances, she wouldn't easily get into a conflict with others in the village. What happened this time? Are you crazy? Why are you picking on me? What did I do to offend you? Feng Ling said to Nian angrily. You know what you've done. Nian said angrily. Feng Ling immediately exploded. What did I do? Then tell me, what did I do? I don't even know. Why did you come here and act crazy for no reason? The more Feng Ling thought about it, the angrier she got. Stop pretending. It's not like it hasn't happened before. Feng Ling, you saw what happened to Zhang Chui'er. Don't be like her. Feng Ling was unhappy. What do you mean? Make it clear to me today. If you don't leave. You make it sound like I've done something shameful. If others hear this, they'll misunderstand me. Ha! Nian sneered. Feng Ling, don't think that I didn't see it. When you went to the foot of the mountain to gather materials, you asked my husband to carry them for you. How can you be so shameless as to ask another man for help? If you can't do it, just ask your husband. Why did you ask my husband for help? You must be seducing him like Zhang Chui'er. When Feng Ling heard this, she was so angry that she scolded, You're really sick, and you're seriously sick. Who seduced your husband? Who cares? It's your husband who wanted to carry the materials for me. What does that have to do with me? Seriously, you're biting like a mad dog. Aren't you ashamed? I don't want to waste my time talking to you. You're not clear-headed. You're ridiculous. Let me tell you, I haven't punished you yet. If others spread rumors about me, you'll be in trouble. I'll ask your husband how to discipline his wife. you only know how to talk nonsense. Ah. Nian couldn't win against Fengling. She could only stomp her feet in anger. Seeing that Nian was about to rush up and hit Fengling, the onlookers hurriedly stopped her. That's enough, stop fighting. It's not a big deal, there must be some misunderstanding. That's right. We're all from the same village. Don't cause any conflicts. You don't have any evidence, so you can't speak carelessly. That's right, that's right. This matter will damage both of your reputations. Don't cause any more trouble. Don't talk so much. We're all from the same village. Why are you being so calculative? Under the persuasion of the villagers and the fact that Nian didn't have much evidence to begin with, she wasn't confident enough. Only then did he listen to the crowd and let it go. In his heart, he was still somewhat unwilling. Looking at Fengling's face and thinking about Zhao Si, Madame Nian felt sad. There was a reason why she was so against Fengling. It was not without reason that she would overthink when she saw her man helping Fengling raise the fire. He asked around in the village and found out that the woman Zhao Si liked before was Fengling. It would be fine if Zhao Si helped another woman, but Zhao Si helped Fengling. Zhao Yuner felt that Zhao Si still had feelings for Fengling. Which woman would want to see another woman in her man's heart? Chapter 992. I'm too lazy to argue with that crazy woman. What a bummer. Fengling left with the wooden basin. Nian gritted her teeth and glared at Fengling's back as she left. That woman. Just let her be proud. She wondered why her man fell in love with Fengling. Her looks were average, and she was a woman who was greedy for vanity. Zhao Si wanted to be with Fengling back then. Unfortunately, Fengling didn't like Zhao Si, because she thought Zhao Si was too poor. Later, Fengling fell in love with a man from the same village who was slightly better than Zhao Si, so she married him. After Fengling got married, Zhao Si had to give up. Then, he married her and lived with her. Nian didn't know how to describe her feelings. She just felt uncomfortable and uncomfortable. She didn't want her man to be obsessed with another woman after being married to her for so many years. Seeing Nian's disappointment, Zhao Yuner walked over and asked, "Sister-in-law, what's wrong?" Seeing Zhao Yuner, Nian's lips twitched and she said with a smile, "Yuner, you're here. Sister-in-law, why were you arguing with someone just now?" Zhao Yuner asked again. Speaking of that, Nian's mother sighed heavily. Seeing Nian's disappointed face, Zhao Yuner knew that something bad must have happened. Otherwise, Nian's mother wouldn't be like that. So, Zhao Yuner comforted her gently, "Sister-in-law, don't be sad. Tell me what happened. Maybe I can help you." Sigh, Nian's mother looked at Zhao Yuner and sighed deeply. Except for Zhao Yuner, she really didn't know who else to talk to about it. It was a little uncomfortable to keep it to herself. Nian's mother thought for a moment and decided to tell Zhao Yuner. "Yuner, it's actually about me and Zhao Si." Zhao Yuner and Zhao Yuner went to the riverside. While washing clothes, they told Zhao Yuner about the situation. After hearing this, Zhao Yuner finally understood what was going on. She felt that it was normal for Mrs. Nian to be angry and jealous. As long as it was a woman, she would probably feel very uncomfortable in her heart. After all, no one wanted their man to be thinking about another woman. Especially for Zhao Yuner, who had transmigrated from the 21st century, it was even more unacceptable. Zhao Yuner comforted her, "Sister-in-law, I don't think you should think too much about this matter. Now that my cousin is married to you and has a few children with you, I'm afraid that you won't be able to do anything about it. Even if he was thinking about her, he wouldn't have thought of that. In the future, you will still be the one to lead the life." Nian sighed and said, "Yuner, I know what you're saying, but I just don't feel good about it. Your cousin. Why can't he just avoid her a little bit more? He's already married, but he's still thinking about her and taking the blame for her. I don't see him helping me much at home. He's so attentive to Feng Ling. What Nian's mother said was true. Zhao Yun'er didn't know what to say except to comfort Nian. Sister-in-law, Zhao Si did something wrong. But if you have anything to say to him, just tell him. He won't know if you bury it in your heart, right? Nian's mother hesitated for a moment and said, Sigh, Yun'er, how can I say that? What's there to be embarrassed about? He's your husband, not someone else. You're tuning in to the Blissful Bookshelf YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.